This is bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man. No results found.
Corey.
Huh. What?
Do you not follow your own podcast's
I mean,
Twitch channel?
I do. I'm ready. No, not holding me back. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, let me know if there's any audio issues. I think it's
Alright.
probably fine, but...
Hey, we're streaming.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everyone, to episode 184 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Eric.
Will.
I'm Corey.
For those of you in the live stream, I guess, Corey is in studio for this episode.
Hey.
Home for the weekend.
Woo! Spring break.
Yeah. A permanent break, right? Hopefully.
More or less.
Okay. Today's episode is going to be our foreign February draft, I guess you could say. We're going to be picking each other's foreign February games and also leaving one up to the listener, so to be voted on later, I guess, right, Corey?
That is correct.
Okay. I know Corey has all the details for that sorted, so we'll we'll get there when we get there. Today's date is January 30th, 2015. Teasers for later on in the episode. I think we're all going to be talking briefly about Dying Light.
Briefly.
First impressions. We're doing our Dying Light episode next week, so we'll give you our initial impressions. I think none of us have played more than probably 4 hours, right?
I'm right around 4 hours.
Okay, I am too. 4, maybe 5 tops. So
I also played hashtag iDarb, which is, I believe, an Xbox exclusive through their indie development team, Idea Xbox. And that's free this month on Xbox One, so I'll be talking about that.
nice. So download it
Yeah.
if you have an Xbox One because it's free.
Well, I'll tell you whether you should download it or not.
Oh, gotcha. Well, yeah, you probably should if it's free, just in case.
Well, maybe.
Right.
I guess we'll find out later.
We'll find out Eric's thoughts on it later.
yeah.
I know the answer.
Gotcha. What about you, Will? Anything to tease?
Yeah, I played copious amounts of Super Smash Brothers. I picked up Fire Emblem again. And I played Heroes of the Storm and Hearthstone.
Nice.
So
Okay, Corey.
Well, that's right. I also played a little Heroes of the Storm with Will and with his direction. Also Dying Light, but mainly, again, for me, it's been more Hearthstone and Dragon Age. Inquisition.
Gotcha.
Whittling away.
Okay. The only thing I have to talk about later is I played Civ 5. That was the only other game I played besides Dying Light. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. Nibblebits. Will, you want to get started with Nibblebits?
sure, Dan. My first nibble bit is that Hyrule Warriors has been the most successful launch for any Musou game in the United States. 5 months, and the game has sold a little under 400,000 copies. That's pretty good. It's good to see. This is a very fan servicey game, and it's good to see that it sold pretty well.
It was very well done for it was a Dynasty Warriors that was made into Zelda. And I think they did a good job with that.
They really did. It was kind of. Seeing it, a lot of people were like, "Oh, here we go," but it actually turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah, I was impressed with how they incorporated the elements from the Legend of Zelda series into that.
I was pretty skeptical when I heard about it, but it turned out it was a pretty awesome game.
Yeah.
My next one is that Ermac and Reptile was announced to be in the Mortal Kombat game, the new one. They were in the past ones, so they're like, hey, they're in this one too, so that's good. I don't know if this is a nibble bit, but the Marshawn Lynch and Gronkowski. Should we mention that real quick?
Well, I'm pretty sure I tweeted that.
Okay, there's more on that later.
No, let's get into it now.
Now? Yeah. All right, Conan O'Brien did his Clueless Gamer segment,
Yeah.
and he invited Marshawn Lynch and Rob Gronkowski to play it with him, and that's a pretty funny video.
What did they play?
Mortal Kombat 10.
X.
Is it X or 10?
It's X.
X, okay.
Officially.
Okay.
Definitely check that out. It's on our Facebook, and we also tweeted it. It's really funny.
Worth a watch, most definitely.
Yes.
Even if you don't really like football or know football players, it's still a really funny watch.
Even just to see how people react to Mortal Kombat and
God.
the fatalities is really funny.
Oh, yeah.
That was the best part, was their reactions to the
The
gore, I guess you could say.
Yeah, the fatalities and the X-ray punches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That just brought up. Okay. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you remembered the scene.
Yeah.
That I found that was probably the funniest.
Yep.
Yeah, just watch it. It's definitely worth it. And my last one is that Metroid Prime Trilogy is on the Wii U Virtual Console. And it's only $10, so that is worth it.
That's a buy.
Without a doubt. Especially, I've never really played the Metroid game, so I might even...
I had Metroid Prime for GameCube.
Okay.
I did too, Dan.
I don't remember playing it that much,
Me
but
either.
I had it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And $10, I mean, we talk about how Nintendo stuff is
Never on sale.
Still overpriced. Like Galaxy 2 is still $40, but on the Game Shop or the Virtual Console, it's still like it's $10, right?
Well, it was last week.
There's a discount.
Oh no,
Special discount.
Yeah, that discount is gone.
I missed it. That means it's $40.
Now
No,
I
think it's 20.
Yeah, I think it's 20 on
I think it was 50% off.
That's actually not bad.
No.
I
Okay.
think this week is Punch Out and the Metroid Trilogy are the two big draws.
I'd feel
Wow.
like quite the big dope if I went and bought Mario Galaxy 2 for $40 and then checked on the eShop and it was only 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oops.
big old dope.
Yeah. So yeah, that's out. Get it.
Okay.
But that's all for me.
All right, Eric, what do you got?
Dan, I got two Nintendo-related nibble bits.
Nice.
New update is out for Super Smash Bros. Wii U, and there are 15 new stages to play on for 8-person multiplayer mode.
That's cool.
Have you played them, Will?
I have not. Because I know they're they're big map variations and Omega variations, and I haven't played the big map ones because I hardly play with more than 4 people.
It says the 15 new levels, this is from GameSpot, are split between 9 in their normal form and 6 Omega stages.
Okay.
The Omega stages are Mario Galaxy, Mario Circuit, the Great Cave Offensive, Little Cruise, Pokemon Stadium 2, and Animal Crossing Town and City.
That's good because the Mario Galaxy map is one of my favorites, or stage in that game.
Cool.
So that makes me happy.
And just some amiibo numbers, if you were wondering, which I kind of was actually. Nintendo released the numbers for third quarter, and it revealed that company sold 5.7 million amiibo worldwide, which is 1.6 for every copy of Super Smash Bros. Sold.
Wow.
Wow.
That is also from IGN.
That's a lot of amiibo.
I guess it was about 2 per copy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I was surprised by that one.
Yeah. Well, I account for one of those
I count
sales.
for one.
Yeah.
Same here.
I
I
got,
got
one.
Linky Poo.
Linky Poo.
My wife named hers Peachy Poo.
It's too funny.
That's weird that you guys all did that.
Well, no,
without talking.
Val did it later. I told her to name it Peachy Poo.
Okay. I was gonna say like, wow. That's
It is
crazy.
still weird that Corey and I both named ours Linky Poo.
That is very weird.
That is bizarre.
Okay. Corey, what do you got for us?
I have a number of good ones. Do you want me to read all the good ones?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So,
the good ones, though.
Spotify is coming to PlayStation. It's part of Sony's new PlayStation Music channel. They are doing away with Music Unlimited because it blew. It's coming this spring to 41 markets around the world. And it's just a way you can link your Spotify account and use Spotify as you normally would through PlayStation, but it allows you to play music while you're gaming,
That's awesome.
That's a good idea.
which is
Ooh.
cool. Yeah. It's
I
background
might
music.
have to re-up on my Spotify.
Yeah. It's worth it.
Yeah, I might
Do
too.
you need to be a premium?
No.
Okay.
I imagine it's just like being on the PC. Like if you're not premium,
Ads
you just have to
occasionally.
listen to ads every
Oh,
day.
all right.
Yeah, Spotify has pretty much killed my desire to use any other music service or ever buy a CD.
God,
Yeah.
me too. I started using Pandora just
It's
because
awful.
we're saving for the wedding.
Yeah.
I don't mind Pandora. I do get confused sometimes by some of the choices for my Blink 182 radio.
Yeah.
There's some like
Good-
Edwin
good Charlotte.
McCain. I'll be
Yeah.
Blink 182. Does that?
Based on this, we think you'd like Daniel Powder. Bad Day.
Yeah, and I just sometimes I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But
Spotify's free even on mobile devices and stuff.
is there ads?
Yeah, occasionally.
Yeah. As often as Pandora?
No.
Okay.
No, but well, I don't know, maybe. See, we play Pandora for my daughter for when she sleeps. She needs to have piano
Uh-huh.
music
What do you
in
play?
the background.
Four Seasons?
It's Piano Magic.
Ah,
is the radio
Vivaldi.
station.
Vivaldi's Four
Vivaldi
Seasons.
Force.
I'm sure
good
that's
stuff.
on there.
Mm-hmm.
But on the Roku, it doesn't play that many ads. But the iPad plays an ad every like 30 minutes, and
bizarre.
they're always super loud.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're way louder than the music.
Yeah, way
It's
louder.
obnoxious.
Yep.
That's frustrating. Why do they do that?
I don't know.
To piss me off.
Didn't the FCC outlaw that?
It probably
Louder
doesn't count for internet
commercial bullshit.
services.
Yeah, you're right.
It's probably just for television.
Yeah. Battlefield Hardline, the open multiplayer beta, will begin on February 3rd. I tweeted earlier that the rumor was it would be February 3rd, but it was confirmed yesterday or the day before. PC, PS4, PS3, Xbox One, and Xbox 360 are all valid. For entry into the beta, there are 3 maps and modes. There's also the new hacker mode, which is similar to Commander in Battlefield 4. Eric, any info on that?
I don't know what Commander is, to be honest.
Maybe this will refresh your memory. Apparently, in this one, it allows a player to control security cameras, spot enemies, and specify areas on the battlefield for their team to attack or defend.
I think a Commander was kind of like some sort of app thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell people, like, hey, go here.
Yeah,
sort of
something
thing.
like that.
Okay. I like it. If you try out the beta, you will get a Battlefield Hardline dog tag to wear in Battlefield 4.
If you get that game.
Yeah.
That's sick.
The beta will run into the 8th. It's available all around the world. Doesn't matter where you are.
Riz in chat says Commander mode stinks.
Commander mode blows. No registration required. That's a good thing for an open beta. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, open, right.
Yes.
I'll try it. I'll try it.
I'll download it and give it
free.
a shot.
Sure.
Yeah, let's all try it.
I'll try it on the PC for sure.
I'm gonna hate it,
I'm
but
going to try it on both.
The install size is 10 to 11 gigabytes on PC and new gen consoles, and under 4 gigabytes on your PS3 and your 360. Your progression in the beta will not carry over to launch, but they made a note that said your expertise will. Winky face, exclamation point. There's no level limit in the beta though, so you can feel free to just rise up the ranks.
Hit level 90.
Are we all in on that? Is that? We could do a Battlefield Hardline open beta episode.
Streamsies? Or an episode?
Streamsies and an episode.
I mean, we'll see.
yeah, because
PC's old, man.
Dying Light is next week, and then the week after we could do Battlefield Hardline beta, maybe.
Yeah. What else we got going on?
Nothing that I can think of.
Not a lot. So Legends of War Patton, the video game, is being sued by a firm representing the deceased general. It's a strategy, like a Company of Heroes kind of game. So General Patton actually died 69 years ago, but according to the law, they have to wait 70 years before they can use his name.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Is that 1 year they got him. So people were speculating, are they going to wait a year? Are they just going to change it and not have it focused around Patton, just some generic?
Yeah, general.
Is Patton spelled
General.
with 2 T's?
Yeah.
Just take one out.
Well,
Patton.
somebody said they couldn't wait for the comedian Patton.
Oh, Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
I love
Legends of
Patton
War,
Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt. That would be fun. So there's that. Joystick, as we know it, is shutting down. It's part of a larger round of layoffs by AOL meant to, quote unquote, simplify the organization, which is good. I think a lot of corporations could use some simplification. Joystick specifically is folding into Engadget. That was initially what I heard, although today I heard they're just done.
Yeah,
Like
and that's because I follow some of the people on Twitter and stuff, and it made
Yeah.
it seem like they were all looking for jobs. Maybe they just all were gonna leave.
I don't know. Originally, I heard that it was just folding into Engadget, and then Engadget would have like a joystick channel kind of thing. But today, all I understood was that it was just done. Like everybody's looking for a job. Cheers to them.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, I wanted to give a little shout out to Andrew Yoon, formerly of Joystick and Shack News, where I listened to him on the Weekend Confirmed podcast, who passed away. So cheers to Andrew Yoon.
Really?
Tragic. Yeah. I loved listening to him. I thought he was a really smart journalist, and sad to see him go. So I wanted to give him a little shout out here.
That is sad.
In addition to the massive Joystick layoff. It's bad news for that congregation there. But in lighter news, I always like to leave on a happy note with my nibble bits. BioWare released all of the Dragon Age Inquisition Tavern songs free for download. You can download the zip file. It's free until February 9th. But what's cool about it is that the zip file also has the sheet music. So if you're a musician, and
Oh, that's awesome.
which is a brilliant idea in my
Yeah.
opinion, because the songs were created for the game, and now they're giving people the tools to make the music themselves.
That's really good.
smart.
Fucking bitchin'.
I love that. That's really cool. And I downloaded it and listened to them, and they're pretty cool.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
Nice.
It's a tavern song. It's great.
I'd probably love Tavern songs.
Yeah. I'm gonna play it next time I stream Dragon Age Inquisition, just the tavern songs.
There you go. Okay. That everything, Corey?
That's it for me.
All right. This weekend at PAX South, ArenaNet announced Guild Wars 2's first expansion called Heart of Thorns, which
Immediately I
Yeah.
see Dan's
Oh my
wiener
God.
pop up.
I was so giddy because I was watching the live stream when they were announcing it, and I was just pumped. It focuses on the Maguma jungle region of Tyria and the hunt for the ancient dragon Mortemoth. Some features announced thus far. Obviously, there's going to be new zones and bosses, new group content. They're not raising the skill cap, which is new for an MMORPG. Level cap, I'm sorry, not skill cap. Not raising the level cap. Instead, offering a mastery system, which gives the player skills to traverse and excel in the new areas. The new zones are apparently very vertical, which is new for an MMORPG too. And one of the mastery system skills is the ability to use a hang glider. So,
Ooh.
I always thought
Seems
Guild
pretty
Wars
cool.
2 was pretty vertical to begin with. I thought
as
they
opposed
did-
to others,
They did a good job.
but this is going to be even more vertical. Like during the announcement trailer, they showed kind of what one of the zones would look like, and it was like a giant ruin, and like it led like down into more ruins, like down in the jungle floor and stuff. So,
Are we all getting back into
Very
Guild
cool.
Wars 2?
yeah,
I'm in.
Yeah, we are.
I'm in.
yeah. I actually tried to get in this weekend. Last weekend, I locked myself out of my account
Oops.
for 3 days. It took
Ain't
me.
that a bitch?
Oh, I was not happy. So
3 days?
I that's how long it took them to get back to me.
Oh my god, what are they doing?
Well, they try to get back. The rule on the forums is 72 hours that they'll get back to you, and it was about 72 hours, maybe 70 hours.
Mary and Joseph.
So
When we played, the level cap was 50.
What
no, it was always 80.
Can I ask what you guys are all
I
at?
thought I hit the level cap.
40
I have 2 characters level 80.
or maybe 50. I don't remember.
I think when I stopped playing, the level cap was 50.
No,
No.
it was always 80.
definitely was 80.
I think I'm level 11.
Then I'm level 80.
Me
Yeah,
and
I know I
you.
hit the level cap.
Yeah, you're level 80.
Really?
Yep.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
You hit 80? Corey?
I know I was a level cap. I always thought it was 50. Though.
No, it was 80.
Fuck, I
'Cause
got
that-
some catching up to do, huh, boys?
Yeah, well, once we get you into World versus World, all you have to do is like follow around to Zerg and take over forts and stuff. You'll level up really
Just
fast.
follow me. I'll show you what to do.
Or is Corey a Zerg?
Yes.
What's that?
Is Corey a Zerg?
No,
Like the
that's what
StarCraft
it,
too?
that's what
I'm
a
not following you, Corey.
that's what a big group of people is in World versus World. Like
Oh.
you go with like 50 to 100 people and you go take over forts and
That
stuff.
sounds fun.
It is fun.
We can start up our Guild Wars 2 podcast that we always talked about.
Yes.
Didn't I just get to the level where I could start World
No,
versus
I
World?
think you're level like 12, and I think you have to be 18 maybe.
Oh, we gotta do that.
We'll just
Alright,
get on.
we'll get
it.
you there.
We
I'll
could-
get you there.
It'll take a night,
I'll need to refresh my memory anyway.
probably.
I mean, oh, me too.
Yeah.
There's also profession specializations, so they're like new subclasses for the existing professions. There's a new heavy class called Revenant, who calls upon the great heroes of the past for their abilities. They're adding in guild halls, a new stronghold game in PvP. I wanted to read the description of this because I wouldn't do as good of a job explaining it, but you gather supplies to hire soldiers, battle for control of heroes, man the trebuchet to defend your stronghold, and storm the enemy gates to defeat the guild lord. Use our new guild team feature to team up in battle to the top of the leaderboard. Stronghold offers an entirely new way to play competitive PvP in Guild Wars 2. Now that sounds like a mini taste of what World versus World is in the structured PvP. I think that's what that's going to be. And then last but not least, a new World versus World Borderlands. So very cool.
Nice. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I can't wait to get back into it.
What's
I'm
the
very
cost
excited.
on the new?
I don't know. They haven't announced the price. I think they're going to have a lot of stuff at GDC and PAX East. So
Do they
We have
have
a-
a release window?
no,
No.
That was my next question.
not that I'm aware of.
Should
it was
we
just
should we
announced.
do some? What were those shorter podcasts that we? did
Hangovers.
for- Hangovers.
Hangovers.
Should we start like a Guild Wars hangover?
Hangover series.
Yeah.
We can do that. I could talk about it for hours,
Put it on a new feed.
especially once I get into it.
New feed.
New feed.
All right.
No one wants to hear that bullshit on this feed.
Moving on, Dragon's Dogma Online was made official with an announcement trailer showing off some of the combat a player could expect to see. It's going to be free to play, and it's due for release in Japan this year on PS3, PS4, and PC, with no plans thus far for a North American or European release.
Amen to that.
Yeah,
I want more Dragon's Dogma.
it's not coming to
love
North
it.
America.
That's fine. We'll figure it out.
I didn't play Dragon's Dogma, the last one, Dark Arisen.
Do you still have it?
No, I had it on 360.
How do you feel about this one, Dan?
I don't know. People didn't seem to think it was an MMORPG, just that it was like a multi, like almost like Monster Hunter, like a multiplayer focused, but like Dragon's Dogma. Yeah. That's what people think.
So you could play basically Dragon's Dogma with friends, but not in a massively open multiplayer world.
Yeah, that's what people seem to think.
Like Monster Hunter.
Yeah, exactly like Monster Hunter. That's right. Yeah, I mean, I still want Dragon's Dogma to come on PC.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I definitely want to give it a whirl
It was sweet.
based on your recommendation, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like grabbing onto a giant monster and stabbing it in the neck while you're holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Sounds amazing.
It's not something you get to do in video games very often.
Or in real life.
Well,
Well, I do it in real life a lot.
yep. And then my last one, Chinese e-commerce company Alibaba has invested $10 million in the Ouya. With plans of bringing the Ouya software to Alibaba's own set-top box.
What a waste of money.
So maybe the Ouya is not going to be good as a individual device, but the software apparently is
tech.
something sought after. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Remember when you guys wanted to buy them?
I still kind of.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I still kind of do.
I wish we could replay that episode where you guys were just gushing.
I
over
wouldn't
the
say
Ouya.
gushing.
You know
You
what?
were-
think
you were
you're
gushing.
I wouldn't mind one at this point. Because you can plug it into your TV and put Limelight on it and stream games from your PC to your Ouya.
I'd feel like a GD genius
Yeah.
listening to that.
Okay. How's your week, Will?
My week was all right. I'm a schmuck and bought into the
Well, yeah.
Heroes of the Storm beta. After last week, I said I wouldn't do it. What happened was I was really bored. Didn't have anything to play really. Well, I have things to
What?
play, but I put them
You
off.
didn't have any. You have
No,
so many
no.
fucking games.
Let me phrase this because 4 in February is coming up, and I didn't want to start anything.
That's kind of how I felt earlier this week. Too.
So there was no point in me starting anything. So I traded in some games. I didn't spend any actual money on it. I just traded in. I don't even remember what I traded in. I think Infamous was one of them. Fantasy Life was another one that I traded in.
How much did they give you for
Yeah,
Fantasy
me
Life?
too.
$17.50.
Oh, Amazon gave me like $24.
Really?
Yeah, but
It's the hassle of mailing it in.
yeah, then I'd have to go mail it.
Hassle. They give you a slip. You just slap it on a box.
Corey, yeah, but then like the $5 extra I'd spend in gas getting over to fucking Vestal.
I'm within walking distance of a UPS box, so
So you're in good shape.
yeah.
There's one where at work. Still not gonna do
Exactly. It's a pain in the balls.
Jesus.
it. Anywho,
So yeah, I ended up buying in. It was the thing that was unfortunate with it though is when I got 2 BattleNet cards for $20, so it was $40, and I go to the BattleNet client, I enter the codes, and I go to buy into the beta, and it goes, oh, it's $43.17, and I was like, oh, okay, and I looked,
Tax.
and New York is one of the like 4 states that BattleNet has taxes on. I was like, of course. So then I go to add the $4 to my account, and then it just goes, 1 to 3 days until this transaction goes through.
what bank do you have?
It wasn't the bank; it was BattleNet. They review it.
Oh,
They're making sure Will's not
not
cheating the
scamming
system.
with his $4.
So, I was like, really, it's $4, and they're reviewing it. But basically, it went through in 2 hours, and
Well,
then
that's
I
good.
started playing.
That's good.
Granted,
I was gonna
they
ask you
have
how
no
long
issue taking your money when you buy things from them. Like that just
Fuck
happens
no.
right away.
No, yeah,
But
and I
God
was,
forbid you have to transfer some funds.
yeah.
I was like, I'm giving you $43. Like, let me just review. Just
gotta make sure.
make sure it's okay.
So badly want to play your fucking dumbed down game.
At the same rate, you could
Hey,
transfer all the money you want.
That game's
to,
awesome.
to
I'll
an
talk about it later.
offshore gambling
Sure
website
it
and
is.
have no issues.
Yeah,
But it takes 3 days to buy some fucking video games.
You know what's funny is
for a game that's gonna be free. Go on.
I can't use my my debit card to buy games from Green Man Gaming because it's gaming. They think it's gambling, so I have to use either my credit card or I think they accept PayPal too. So I usually pay with PayPal. But
Didn't you have that issue with PlayStation,
pain.
Eric? Like you can't use your card to buy stuff?
Yep.
still,
Yeah, last I tried, I could not get my credit card information logged on there, which is probably for the best. But
right.
but yeah, it just won't work. I always attributed it to me living in an apartment and having to put like apartment whatever. You know what I mean?
Screwing with
And
that.
that just being weird. But
Yeah.
I've tried it every fucking which way possible, and it just doesn't work. And whatever.
You also spent time with customer support, right?
A little
Trying to get it
bit.
figured out.
Yeah. Yeah, Corey was there.
I was there for that whole rigmarole.
Okay.
It's a big scam.
What else you got,
Whatever.
Will?
I played a bunch of games pretty much. As I said, Smash, and I picked up Fire Emblem again, Hearthstone. But other than that, like I went and got Corey today and brought him back to his stomping grounds.
4-hour round trip for Will.
Well done.
Oh, I didn't drive. I was really sick in the car, but
Yeah.
I got car sick easily.
Got a little hairy with the snow coming down the
Coming down the old pike.
coming down the corridor there.
Yeah, Corey took a good slide out.
Yeah, we almost ate it. 3 of us.
It's probably the closest that I've ever been.
Really?
Yeah,
That's the closest you've ever been to a car accident.
Yep, I've been in one car accident.
That is
but
bizarre.
Yeah, I have not been even.
You've
close.
been in a car accident?
Yeah,
Tell me about it a little bit.
I talked about it on the podcast a while ago.
Yeah,
it's
well, I
like 2
probably
years
zoned
ago.
out.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
It was stupid. My friend didn't brake soon enough on a bridge, and he
Oh,
slid
you
into the other
didn't
car.
cause it.
No,
I don't care then.
Okay, yeah, no, I've never been. I would never.
Well,
I've
what happened
caused a
was
couple.
I was getting on the throughway in the ramp.
You were there?
I was today.
He was
Oh,
driving.
I was driving, zipping around the ramp, and there was a snow drift, and I hit that and like spun,
Son of a
spun a
bitch.
little bit, like enough that I had the conscious to turn into the skid,
Yeah.
which you're supposed to do,
Yep.
and quickly regained, and felt like a tough guy.
and enough for me to put my seatbelt on after.
Yeah, I was like, I guess I should put my seatbelt on. Yes, you should.
Uh,
Clearly, Corey's been drinking all day.
No.
No.
I was shaking though because I needed a drink. That's
Had to get your
probably what
fix.
That's probably what caused the accident.
Jesus. Speaking of.
That's it for me.
Okay. What do you got, Eric?
For my week,
Yeah.
a couple things I wanted to touch on, Dan. I purchased the new Louis C.K. stand-up. It's available on his website. I think it's just louisck.com. It's $5, which is awesome. Louis C.K. is the man. He's like the CD Project Red of comedians.
Okay.
He's all about the consumer.
Uh-huh.
So it's $5. Like I said, you do get a limited number of downloads and streams, but for $5, whatever.
Yeah.
It's an hour long. It's from a real intimate setting. It's called The Comedy Store. Good stuff. I fucking love Louis C.K.
He's good.
He's like my role model. He's me
Nice.
in comedian form.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Kind of chubby.
Funny.
Maybe not depressed, but he likes to talk about being depressed, which I like to do. I'm not necessarily depressed, but you could see it. He's balding in all the spots that I'm going to be bald in before too long. I fucking love Louis C.K. so much.
Yeah, that's good.
So I would recommend that one for sure. And I think you can share some of your downloads. If I can, I'll share them with you guys.
Nice.
But that was good stuff. And I also wanted to mention how much I've been enjoying the FA Cup for soccer, football, if you will, European football.
What does FA stand for?
You know, that's a good question. I don't know.
Free
Football
agents.
Americana?
No.
Africana.
Arsenal's probably the favorite right now to win the FA Cup, but there was a lot of good upsets last round, and it was awesome to see the highlights because how it works, it's like, I'm trying to think how I would phrase it to you guys. Like, all right, so
Our ignorant
well, no, not ignorant. You just don't watch soccer.
American brains.
You know what I mean? So say Chelsea Football Club over in Europe is one of the top 2 clubs in the English Premier League.
That's because they buy all their players.
They do. It's lack of character.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Uh-huh.
Pretty cheap. But anywho, it's the Football Association Challenge Cup. As Riz states in the chat.
Thanks, Riz.
Thanks, Riz. Anyway, so say Chelsea is your top team, and they were playing Bradford, who's, I don't know, give me an AHL team, if not ECHL
Portland Pirates.
team.
Stockton Thunder.
They're
Charlton
Charlotte Checkers.
Charlotte
maybe the Charlotte Checkers, probably worse. Okay. So they got down 2-0 at Chelsea, who, granted, didn't play all their good players, but their second 11 is way better than a lot of teams' first 11.
Sure.
So they were down 2-0, and they came back and won 4-2 at Chelsea. And to see like the passion on the players and how it works is like I said, it was at Chelsea's Stamford Bridge, and how it works is there's a section where all the away supporters sit. They scored a couple of their goals right in front of their away supporters, and they go fucking bananas, and like the players go over there, and it's such an awesome thing to see. I love it so much. It used to be a lot bigger than it is now. I still think it's great. Arsenal actually won the FA Cup last year, and it'd be awesome if they could win it again this year. They got a pretty favorable draw for the next round. They're playing Middlesbrough, who actually beat Man City last round, so that was awesome too.
You gotta like watching the upsets though. That's fun.
And I always love the underdog. That's the other thing. And that what I mean. Like I was saying before, the passion that the smaller clubs have and how much it means to them, especially Man United. I can't remember who they played, but I think it was Cambridge. They actually had a 0-0 draw, but now when you get a draw, that goes back to the other team's home field, which will go back to Man United at Old Trafford, and they split the ticket concessions, so that team will literally be able to pay off its entire wages for all their players for a year.
Wow.
Because of that.
Yeah.
And that just means so much to a team like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can see it on the players' faces, the coaches' faces, the fans and the crowd. It's just such a cool thing. So I really been enjoying the FA Cup, but for my week, I think that's probably about it.
Nice.
How long does this cup go? Like, is it like just like
It's
a
most of the
tournament?
season. Yeah,
Oh.
I think Arsenal won the FA Cup last year, the day that my fiance graduated from college, and I had to try and work around that whole thing, and that was a thing in itself.
I remember that. Okay.
It was on Fox in the U.S. and it was difficult to work around because I was the one in charge of running around and getting like pizzas and sub trays and shit. And halftime, I ran to where we ordered sub trays and stuff, and I was listening to the game on my phone in Arsenal because they got down 2-0 early and they tied it while I was in my car, and I was going fucking nuts. And of course, it went into extra time because it couldn't just end normal time.
It had to.
Yeah, and Arsenal ended up winning in extra time on a really nice goal.
Who'd
but,
they beat?
Hull City, who is also in the Premier League, but they're a lower Premier League team.
Yeah, okay.
But like the team that Chelsea lost to is like really low. They're not even in the Premier League.
Is it the league below that?
I want to say they're even lower than that.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's rough.
So I mean, a lot of people say it's the biggest upset
Ever?
of all time. So,
That would
Nice.
suck to be a Chelsea fan then.
but moving on. That's it for my week.
Okay. What do you got, Corey?
This last week for me was dominated by me getting caught up on my programs on Netflix and whatnot. I watched a few good ones. I finally got through season 2 of Derek. Great television show. I still think that I mentioned to Eric while we were having beers before we came here tonight that the world would be a lot better place if everyone watched Derek.
Agreed.
Season 1 and 2.
Heartbreaking yet hilarious, and it's really got any emotion that you can imagine. And honestly, anything you could ask for.
Yeah. The episode with the dog at the vet. Do you remember that one?
Is that the second season?
Yeah.
I don't remember the second
You
season
gotta go back
as well.
and rewatch it.
I will. As soon as I get
Blew
my
my
Netflix
freaking
account
mind.
back.
And Kev
I
makes,
do remember.
And Kev makes all the robots in the last episode, and he makes the one of the dog.
I don't even want to think
Stop
about
it. Stop.
It's touching. It's great.
It is touching. And it is
So good.
a dog lover, especially. Oh, yeah. And Derek is such a great character.
Yeah. He really is.
God,
He,
you just wish you had like Derek with you all the time.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
To keep things in perspective.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. It's really like life is much more simple than people make it out to be, and
Absolutely.
Derek kind of puts it in perspective, and that's why I like that show so much. I also watched Transparent, which is an Amazon Prime show. Highly recommend it. It has Jeffrey Tambor, who's the dad from Arrested Development, the older gentleman. He decides at his ripe old age of 60 plus maybe that he wants to be a woman. And it's the fallout from that, in addition to the rest of his family's just kind of messed up relationships and love lives and all that stuff. But it is an Amazon Prime original, so they're putting a little pressure on Netflix there because it's a really good show. It's not quite as good as like House of Cards in my opinion, but it is kind of apples to oranges because Transparent's a comedy about cross-dressing and homosexuality and and all that crazy stuff. And House of Cards is a political drama. So a little bit different, but a very good show, good style. I like it a lot. Had a lot of laughs and really enjoyed it. It's only, I think the first season is 10 episodes.
Okay.
So if you have Amazon Prime, it's definitely one you should spend the time to watch.
I have Amazon Prime.
I do too.
What's it called again?
Transparent.
I'll check it out.
Highly recommend it.
Oh, that's always recommended to me.
They this past week, Amazon Prime was at its lowest price ever of $69 or something like that.
I think it was set like 73 or 72.
$72.
Yeah, something like that.
Whatever. But they also put out their show Transparent for free to any Amazon account to try and pitch it a little bit. So that's what got me to
Okay.
pique my interest, and I was like, yeah, I should probably watch that. So I did, and I was really shocked at how good it was.
It was nominated for some awards.
It
Oscars,
was.
right? Or whatever.
Golden Globes.
Golden Globe.
Yep. Yes.
Cool.
Highly recommend it. Check it out. Transparent. And the other one thing I want to talk about was this documentary I watched called The Imposter. I watched this last night. It's about this dude who pretends to be... He's Spanish. It's really confusing. He's a Spanish dude who pretends to be an American's family's lost child. So this 13-year-old kid went missing one night from San Antonio, and his family, didn't know what happened to him. 3 years later, he, quote unquote, turns up in Spain, and it's this French dude who always wanted to have a family and have a different life, and he just sort of takes over the identity of this lost kid and comes to America and meets the family, and they think it's him, the kid that they lost, and it's crazy. I highly recommend it. I don't know how that can happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. And they explain it. They do a really good job of explaining like every step of the way what happened and how they got to that point. And I won't spoil the end of it, but the speculation at the end of the episode is kind of mind blowing, and you're like, or the documentary is kind of mind blowing, and you're like, oh my god.
How long ago did that happen?
It was 90s, early 90s.
Okay.
What's this one called?
The Imposter.
Okay.
Really good documentary.
Is this on Netflix?
Check it out.
Yes.
Okay.
On Netflix. Yep. My girlfriend was telling me about some documentary where, like, somewhere in the Midwest, it's this, like, family that lives off the grid, and they're so incestuous, their skin is, like, blue. I don't know. She was explaining it to me, and I was like, well, that sounds interesting. Let's try and find it. So we, like, looked around on Netflix, and we ended up watching The Imposter instead. But it was really good. Really good documentary.
Huh.
And it's kind of funny because it exposes the FBI for not being as intelligent.
Which
as
I am always for.
as it should be. It's like they asked him some questions and he checked out, and they're like, well, checks out. Stamp.
Federal
American citizen.
Bureau of Unintelligence.
You are now this American kid who is 16 when in all actuality you are a 20-something-year-old Spanish man or Frenchman who lived in Spain. It's bizarre.
What?
It's a good watch. Highly recommend
I'll
it.
check it out.
Whoops, that one.
Yeah.
Screw that one up.
Okay. Anything else, Corey?
Just
Same old.
waking up and going to bed.
Yeah. I hear you.
Living life.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing I have going on this week is I got my NVIDIA Shield tablet.
Woo!
Finally.
Nice. That's,
You can if you're on the stream, you can probably see it.
Yeah, it's this green guy here. Yeah, my wife ordered it for me, which was awesome of her. She probably got tired of hearing me complain about how bad our old iPad was and how slow it was. I've only had it for a couple days now, so I've compiled some likes and dislikes real quick. Likes are super powerful, very fast and responsive, which is nice. Like I said, I've been using our iPad 2 it's almost 4 years old, so and I also kind of compare this to my Nexus 7. Much better Wi-Fi reception than anything else, especially browsing and downloading huge updates and stuff. When I first got it, obviously there's a ton of updates, and it needed to update the iOS, the operating system to Lollipop, which takes a long time. It's like almost a gigabyte, and it did it probably within an hour. I was all updated.
Is it like
ready
a
to go.
ABGN card in there or anything?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's probably an N or maybe AC,
Okay.
but I only have an N
Your
router.
router's
So
an N, yeah.
the screen is fantastic. I guess it's a full HD screen, 1920 by 1080.
Nice.
It's a perfect size for a cell phone replacement too. It's easy to text on. which is awesome because that's what I use it for. It's essentially my cell phone replacement that I text and call and all that fun stuff on it. So
Yeah. It's an Android OS, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep, Android Lollipop,
Oh yeah, you said
which
that.
is Lollipop is awesome, by the way. Dislikes. The edges felt sharp and kind of weird. That's solved by my case. I've got a really thick case on it because I don't want to break.
They
But
don't call it Razer for nothing.
it's not Razer. It's NVIDIA Shield.
Ooh, fail. Boo.
No, Razer does make a tablet, but it's a full Windows 8 tablet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the edges are kind of sharp, and I can imagine using that a lot would probably wear on your thumbs a little bit. But like I said, I put a big fat case on it. No notification LED on the front. I know Eric talked about that being something he missed on his iPhone. When you got an email or a text message, there would be a little light on the front that would flash. So if it was just sitting there,
I think you can.
You can enable that on your iPhone.
I looked briefly.
I think
Then I gave
I'm pretty
up.
sure you can.
You
Yeah.
can, I'm pretty sure.
but yeah, this doesn't have it, and it's kind of annoying. But I've pretty much had it glued to my hands for the
Do
past
you want
3 or 4
your
days.
notifications to scream at you every time?
Well, because a lot of times I set it down. And I can just look at it and see if it's got a notification, so I can know if I need to pick it up or whatever. Instead of just leave it there.
I had this conversation with a friend of mine recently, and he was explaining to me, like back in the day, before we had any electronics, and we were hunter-gatherers, like out in the woods, and we heard a snap of a twig. What did we do? We like turn around,
Run.
look at it. And nowadays, your phone's on the table, and you get a notification. What do you do?
Snap to
Pick
it.
it up.
Yeah, that's not good for you,
Probably not.
That's why I don't
Oh, no,
react
I
like
hate it.
that.
right?
I hate it,
Yeah,
But
you
I-
need to disconnect,
but I love it.
right?
Well, yeah.
Everyone's so stressed out these days, and I think that probably has something to do with it.
Oh, God,
You're
yeah.
constantly stimulated by these notifications.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah,
It's annoying
yeah.
that I'm like that, but damn it.
I,
It's a love-hate relationship.
I've had a few unplugged days where I just leave my phone and don't touch it for the whole day. It feels really good. When my phone was busted because I broke it again, it was great. It was really, really nice. No stress.
Yeah.
Didn't really care what was going on in the world. But I'm sorry.
I hear. No, that's fine.
Go ahead.
And then my only other dislike, kind of a dislike, battery life isn't great. It's not a huge problem for me because I'm mostly home and I can just plug it in whenever I want. But that's something you should keep in mind if you're interested in an NVIDIA Shield tablet. I haven't done too much gaming on it, which is really the primary reason why you would have one of these. You can stream games from your NVIDIA graphics card PC to the tablet. It's also got an NVIDIA service called Grid, which you stream games through the internet, like OnLive, to play on it. I also got the NVIDIA Shield controller, which connects wirelessly to the tablet, so I can play games with the controller. I'm going to get a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, so I can play keyboard and mouse games on it. It's got console mode, too, so it's got a mini HDMI port, so I can plug it into the TV and stream games on my TV in 1080p 60 frames per second from the tablet. So I'm going to do some testing with that. It has to be wired for that, so I've got to get an adapter. But I'll keep you posted as I try these things. But
You have Hearthstone on it?
I haven't gotten Hearthstone on it yet. I probably will put it on there just in case. I can't guarantee I'm going to play. I mean, if I can play Civ 5 on it, I'm probably not going to play Hearthstone.
Hearthstone's gonna be fun, Dan.
Can you slip that into your controller? And
What's that?
isn't that what I've seen on the NVIDIA Shield?
That's a different thing. They have one that's a controller with a screen, like it folds over.
Gotcha.
It's like a 3DS kind of.
okay.
Couple of Hearthstone queens.
Yeah.
There might be like an
game's
attachment
great.
for this
played
that
more
holds onto
Hearthstone
the
than
tablet.
anything else this week.
But I've only
Been
done
that way
I've only done a little gaming on it. It's
Weeks.
worked really well so far. So, like I said, I'll keep you posted on.
But like
Updates.
as a tablet, it's functioning.
Oh, it's so fast. I
Wow.
can't even believe how powerful
cool.
it is. It can play Trine too. Like just
I love
download
that
it.
game.
That's a great game.
It's a fucking awesome game.
Can you play Steam games on there?
Yeah. Anything that you can play on Steam Big Picture mode, you can play on that.
Because it's pushed to your PC, or because it can do it on its own?
What do you mean? No. Only some
from
game. It's streamed from the PC
Okay.
to the tablet.
Okay.
So,
But
as
that
lo-
can't just boot up and play Steam games.
No.
Okay.
No, but there's a lot of like anything that's on the Android system. They put specifically on this device the Portal games,
Oh, hell yeah.
Half-Life games. If you like those, I know Eric didn't.
That's-
didn't
Oh,
much
it's
care
terrible.
for.
I love those
Um,
games. Portal?
so-
It's a great game.
Not Portal.
Half-Life.
Half-Life.
Oh, well. The one made me motion sick.
What?
Portal or Half-Life 2
The game sucks.
made me sick. I couldn't play it.
Probably good when it came out.
Dying Light made me sick. Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So that's all I got. We'll take a quick break and be back with our fantasy draft, our 4 in February fantasy draft right after this.
This is a good drinking episode because you don't have to have your wits about you.
Right.
Oh, I gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah, I got a tinkle too.
I got a whiz. Why don't we all whiz?
too.
You want to take shifts?
Yeah, go
I'll
ahead.
hold yours.
You gonna hold my schmeckle?
Hold it like a cigarette.
You wouldn't even need those 2 fingers, just the one to rest it on. Just the one.
What are you guys talking about? Soccer?
Yeah. M. Nelson and I would get along swimmingly.
Give me like 3.5 years and I'll talk about soccer.
God, if you got... God, I'd love for
Yeah.
you to get into soccer.
It should be right there.
I didn't
Right next to
turn
the
it
door.
Off, will you, big queen? I hate M. Nelson's favorite team. They're Arsenal's
What's
biggest
his favorite
rival.
team?
Tottenham.
Oh, the Tottenham Hotspurs?
Tottenham.
I love
We call them the Spuds. But anywho.
that. I love that name.
Oops.
Oops, sorry. Sorry.
Anywho, one of their players is really good, and he had a fucking amazing goal this week.
That sucks. They suck.
Yeah,
Spurs.
they're shit. We're playing them in
Spuds.
a couple weeks.
Spuds are worthless.
Yeah.
North London Derby.
I wish I could use that toilet that's right over there. That'd be great. Do you know there's a toilet in the corner over there?
Yeah. We gotta get that working.
I know. When I first moved in, I wanted to poop in it right away. But then I realized it doesn't flush. You better believe I wouldn't have been fishing the turd out of there.
Fuck no.
It'd
Still be
in there.
marinating in
Yep.
there. In the turd water.
Yes, it would.
It's warm out there.
Yeah, it's a balmy 10. Feels like -6.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely weather for shorts.
Shorts and no shoes.
Dan,
me.
every week we're wearing shorts, and when we do wear like sweatpants or sleep pants, we're wearing them on the same episodes.
Is it?
I've noticed.
It's funny.
Fuck you guys. It's so cold. I don't know how you do it.
It's mostly laziness.
It is.
I'd have to put on pants.
It's because when I go to my friends to like work out, I don't want to be like, oh, I have to take off sweatpants now and put on, so I just wear shorts.
Well, and the only time I go outside is when I take the dog out. But I'm not going to put on pants to take the dog out for
2
minute.
seconds. Yeah.
Really? Wouldn't you rather be cozy for those 2 seconds than
Nah.
Not
freeze
really.
your tits off?
Not really.
I would. Kidding me?
Yeah, I went out to I took the dog out to pee when I think it was my case was getting delivered, and the woman from FedEx is like, "Oh my God, you're wearing shorts."
See,
Really
Yeah.
show me your boob.
the downfall to the shorts though is when you wear them, everybody asks, "Oh my God, you're in shorts."
Yeah.
And I don't like that forced interaction, as bad as that sounds.
Three sheets to the wind. 3 sheets to the wind.
I wouldn't mind playing some good drinking songs right now.
Well, put them on, dude.
Well, we're gonna start recording in a second. Yeah. I can't wait to move. Whoops.
Oh, baby.
Hi, Eric.
What's up? You gonna whiz, Daniel?
Yeah.
Work out. Riz, what are you talking about working out?
Riz is going to work out.
No, that was when I mentioned it.
Oh, Will's getting swole
Will's got to get his swole on.
at the gym.
I'm getting swole.
I'm freezing.
Have you?
Yeah.
You been working?
I can get my swole on.
Pumping it?
Yeah.
Put them in the irons?
You know what I do?
What?
This is great. As soon as you wake up, you flop on the floor, do push-ups.
I'm not going to do that.
You do as many as you can, and then every week you increase it by 5.
No.
I'm up to 35.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Right? Right?
Nice, man.
Yeah.
That's good, Corey.
It's a good way to wake up, and it's good for your metabolism.
No, they say
Not the way I want
they
to wake
say
up.
the way to wake up is to do that actually,
Yeah.
because
good.
then your body is like ready.
Your body's in hunt for food mode.
Maybe I'll do it tomorrow.
Try it.
Do it.
Maybe. We'll see.
Just see how many you can do.
It's a great way to wake up.
Like 5.
You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, well, you don't have to.
I started at 15.
You're right. You're
You
right.
can only do 15 push-ups. And every week you increase it by 5.
I don't think I can do very many.
It's the worst when snow blows into your slippers.
Oh, man.
You might as well
Forget it.
call it a night.
I'm going upstairs. You guys finish.
Record it.
Riz. This is how Riz exercises at the gym. Find the machine closest to the yoga room. Take my time.
That's a great. That would actually make me want to go to the gym.
Perfect stratagem.
That's funny.
No.
No,
Here, let me get you a beer. Dan?
I'm gonna go grab one out of the fridge. Actually.
All right.
Couldn't do the Labatt's, huh?
No, I like it. I just don't want to.
Did we hit Ricky D, or are these all Jim Craig's?
These are all Jim Craig's.
That's all right. I'd rather drink a Jim Craig beer than a Ricky D.
Yeah, but Ricky D got it made.
Yeah, he does.
Boy, did he fleece
What has he
the
got?
Islanders.
Like 10 more years of $2.5 million
He's probably.
A year or total?
a year.
Dan, can you call Taco Bell and get some delivery?
Does Taco Bell do? Wait, they do. They have an online app now.
Yeah, you order and then you just go get it.
When
Oh
you
my God.
when you're within the distance, they'll start making it, and then you just get in line. And then
I feel like I need to do it.
Are we going to T-Bell tonight?
probably.
I can't.
Why?
Well, I can't eat anything. I can go.
What are you, broke?
That and I'm dieting.
Not yet. You said Monday.
Yeah, but I'm trying to lower calories. But I just know Sunday is gonna be a hot mess.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, we're having chicken parm subs.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I'll be having hummus.
When are you going back?
Hummus is good.
I don't know. Probably never.
All right.
I think I'm here
Should we do this fantasy draft?
Let's get her
The
done.
shizzy?
I haven't even picked your guys'
Got her
games yet.
did.
Oh yeah. Do you guys want to look at the list before we
We'll
start?
do it. Well, we'll do it live.
Yeah.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
That's right.
We'll do it live.
Like the piece of shit Bill O'Reilly said.
Here we go.
That
Fuck
freak
it.
out.
We'll do it live.
5, 4, 3, 2,
I'll write it myself.
1. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 184 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. We are now in our main segment, our 4 in February fantasy draft. It's not really fantasy draft, but we're gonna be picking each other's games out of our.
Should we explain what 4 in February is?
Yeah, we should.
I don't know that everybody knows.
I linked to the Facebook group.
Oh.
I don't know. Is it still even active? I haven't.
It
been on
wasn't
there.
that active last year.
Right.
It was that first year, but after that, I think it kind of died down. I honestly think we put more effort into 4 in February than anybody else.
Probably. It's.
I look
it's-
forward to it every year.
I do too.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
lot of fun.
Hell yeah. We're
Yeah.
keeping the dream alive.
Fuck it.
Yep.
So yeah, basically what the gist of 4 in February is for those of us who have a giant backlog. It's a chance for you to go back and play 4 games from your stack of shame, I guess you could call it, and try to beat all 4 of those games in the month of February. It's a short month, so time's kind of limited. I guess it's only 3 days. If it's a leap year, it's 2 days. Is this your leap year?
Nah.
Okay, I don't keep track of that
Cute.
stuff.
Well, I was born in February, so I know.
My girlfriend's mother is a leap year
She was born
birthday.
on the 29th.
So she's a quarter of the age that she actually is.
So she was born on the 29th.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
pretty neat.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Congrats to her.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
Success.
we kind of kept that going every year just because it's kind of fun for us and to give each other crap about some of us not finishing our games.
Corey.
Excuse me. I did it last year, and 2 of you did not.
Yeah, but mine was voluntary.
But just as you said, the first year is what mattered the most.
Well, that's funny because I won the beaten games the first year, so
And the second.
oh,
year.
I've
wait.
already given up
We're
on
talking.
that from now
We're talking
on.
about 4 in February, though.
okay. You're right. You're right. I screwed up. I'm a worthless piece of shit.
Can I
I should.
Can I mention?
phone it in?
I was thinking about this while on the turdlet.
You were thinking about it or thinking about
Did
it?
I say sinking?
Yeah, you did.
It was syncing with my brain.
What are you thinking about?
I was syncing with my brain on the turdlet yesterday.
SYNC, sync.
Right. I was syncing my brain with this thought process on the turdlet yesterday about our games championship, and I decided that I'm going to be a lot more supportive of you guys, Corey. I'm pretty supportive of you guys.
Yeah.
Dan will. And be happy when you guys win.
Okay.
And not take it so seriously.
Okay.
And not get upset.
All right. I don't know why you would to begin with.
Well, because if I don't get competitive about things, I don't care.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah,
see?
I get that.
I can see that. Yeah, it makes sense.
Right.
I hear you.
I'm losing by a lot though this year. I have one,
Plenty.
none. I have
That's
no.
You're in dead last.
Yeah.
That's because of Dragon Age.
Holy
Last.
crap! I'm
I-
not gonna play that game
It's
then.
the same thing that happened to me at the end of last year.
Yeah.
So anyway, so yeah, we're gonna pick three. Each of us is gonna pick one game for the other person, and then we're gonna leave the last game up to the listeners. So we'll probably pick what? Do we want to pick one game for each person, and then pick one game for the listeners to vote on? Because we did 3 last year, right?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
No, Dan. Well, how it worked? This may be what you said. I'm drunk. What we did last year was each of us picked one for the other guys.
Yep.
And then the
which equals-
listeners picked one.
from
for
a
us
from a,
also.
set, a
last.
list of 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we put a list of 3 each out there,
Yep.
and the listeners picked our last game for each of us.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So my idea is for Corey, we all pick a game for Corey, but we also pick one of the ones for the listeners to choose from for Corey.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what Eric, that's kind of what Eric said.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
it's not. But Dan's right.
I thought you said then we pick 3 for the listeners. to
I
pick.
think I picked my own 3 for
We
the
picked
listeners.
our
to
own
pick.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we picked 3 more for the listeners to pick from.
But we picked them ourselves last year.
Yeah, like Corey, you picked
I'm
the 3
really
games.
confused.
You picked the 3 games for you that
Oh,
the
we
fans can
personally
vote
picked
on.
Yep.
the games.
Yeah.
That, okay, I got you. All right.
The other 3 queens didn't pick for us.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
So that's what we're gonna do, and then
All right.
we'll make a post, maybe probably on the website for the
Somebody
the other
write
games.
all this down. I'll make the post. I'm not going to write it down.
Will's
I don't
the
have the tools in
For
front of
what?
secretary.
What am I doing?
Just write down the
Yeah, he
games
is.
that we end up picking. You can just put it under the main segment if you want.
Dang it. That ruined my notes. Now I have to erase.
That's why I have a whole thing of sparkly mechanical pencils.
They're very nice.
I know.
Mechanical. Are they number 2s?
Who's going? Who's
Yeah,
gonna go
they're
first?
Bic number 2. We'll start with Corey.
Corey.
Ooh.
Me? I don't even know my list.
I know your
I've
list.
got
Back
your
to
list.
front, you queen.
Motherfuckers. I think I added one recently. Fortunately, I use Evernote, so I have all my
Evernote's
everything
great.
on
I'm
Evernote.
looking at it for the first time.
Okay. Yep, I got my list.
Let's hear 'em.
Should I read it?
Yeah.
So, and I didn't tell you guys this, but part of like I separated them by if I'm gonna play this one, then I want to play this one too.
That's how I did mine too.
So the first thing I have up is the Quintet Trilogy, which is a series of Super Nintendo games, RPGs that are considered part of this trilogy together. I don't know why it's called Quintet though. Isn't that like 5?
That's 5.
There's only 3 of them. But it is Illusion of Gaia, which I have played in the past, never beaten. Soul Blazer, which I've never played, and Terranigma, which I've never played. But they are great, like classic Super Nintendo RPGs. I would love to play that. If you guys...
Sound like shit.
Okay, that's
me.
what I figured.
Interests me.
Probably not happening. The other paired game that if I played one, I'd really want to play the other is Knights of the Old Republic 1. We talked about this last week. I played both of them. I do not remember them at all. It's in that like black hole phase of my life where I consumed things and then it spewed out and was forgotten forever.
Is that when you're at my house drinking vodka?
No, it was well before that.
Yeah, the Knights of the Old Republic games came out in like the early 2000s.
I consider that the black hole
I was
days
still
of your
in.
life.
He had a long black hole streak.
No, because I would come and drink at your house, but the rest of the time I didn't really drink too much. The other ones I have, 3 in a row here, Faster Than Light, Don't Starve, and This War of Mine. 3 games that I've played a lot of, but I put them on my list because I want to beat them.
At least one of them. All very hard.
Right.
That's hard,
I mean,
man.
I've only played Don't Starve and FTL, and I can't imagine beating either of those games.
It would be difficult.
You've come close to FTL, right?
I've come really close to FTL. Really, really close.
Yeah, so have I.
Corey, we have something else to tease that Don't Starve Together.
Oh, Will and I played Don't Starve together.
Jeepers.
And then the Batman series, Asylum, City, and Origins, I have on there. I really don't think I'd like to play all three. I did play Asylum, and I didn't really care. It's not my game. Like, you guys know, that's not my game.
Yeah.
I played it, and I was like, yeah, I could see this, but this isn't the kind of game I want to put time into.
Game sucks.
So I think if one of you picked them, I would play one of them, but I'm not going to dedicate my 4 in February to 3 Batman games.
Yeah, that's too much Batman.
I just feel like I should play them because they're, big in the last few years, even though I didn't really care for the first one because it's not my kind of game, even though I can acknowledge the greatness of it. But that's where I'm at. And then the rest of them, the others are Final Fantasy 12?
Yeah.
12, yep, which I have the disc in disc form. I can play that. I stole it from my roommate when I left Brooklyn.
Attaboy.
Yes. Mario Galaxy 2. I think I played a little original Mario Galaxy, but not the second one. I have that on Wii U. Zombie U, which I also have for Wii U. Deus Ex Human Revolution is a game I put maybe 3 or 4 hours into, but never got beyond that point. I really enjoyed it. Just never played it.
It's a good game.
It's on my list. I would love to get
blows.
through it and play through it. Ocarina of Time. We talked a little bit about this last week.
Corey has actually put 60 hours into Ocarina of Time. Just
At least.
2-hour intervals from the start.
From the time it came out to today. There's that. Red Dead Redemption is another one I would be more than willing to buy. I still have my 360. I'd be more than willing to buy and play through it, just because it's so well regarded. Even though it is the game that red ringed my Xbox twice, not once but twice.
What if it happened again?
You know what? I'd probably have a few laughs. I don't use my Xbox for anything.
I
anymore
know,
other
but
than
like,
Netflix.
just, what are the chances?
It'd be hilarious.
It'd be
very
more
funny.
funny than anything at this point.
Yeah. I've got South Park: The Stick of Truth on there. I really enjoyed it. I just haven't played through it enough to beat it. I'd love to go back and play through it.
So you'd have to start over.
Did we say that?
Yeah.
Probably. Start over?
Yeah, it'd
I'd
be
start
silly
over.
if we
I'm not that
didn't.
far into it anyway. I'm probably a couple hours. Transistor is another one that I should like on paper. I played maybe an hour of it, and it didn't hook me at the time, and there was a million other games to play, and I just never got into it. Wolfenstein: The New Order is a game I've been talking about that I wanted to play. Dan seems to enjoy it quite a bit. Eric
I liked it.
enjoyed
okay.
it. Mediocre,
It's
elite.
a good game.
It's well regarded for last year. I feel like I should play it. And then I have Papo and Yo, which is a game I have that I haven't spent any time with, but is another highly regarded indie game.
Okay.
So
those are Corey's games. Does anyone have anything that jumps out at them that
I
immediately
had
that
two that jumped at me.
they wanted?
Oh, I didn't say Child of Light. That's another one.
Child of Light's on there, yeah.
Dan, I had 2 that jumped at me from Corey's immediately.
All right, let's hear it.
Stick of Truth,
Uh-huh.
because I love that game.
Yeah,
and
that
I think Corey would love that game.
Yep.
And Ocarina of Time.
So are those going to be your 2 picks?
Well, I picked 3 for each of you
Okay.
because that way I know that at least one of them would be my choice.
Right.
Yeah. So, well, I'm just saying those are the 2 that immediately. Those are 2 that are on my list of 3.
Okay. Do you want to set one aside as one of Corey's 4
No,
favorite
no,
games?
no.
No,
Not
go,
yet.
I mean if you want to go right ahead because I don't feel strongly about any of these particularly. So
Oh, you don't?
no, I mean
Oh, all right. Well, then, yeah.
What's your third one?
My third one was. Until you started talking just now, it was Arkham Asylum.
Okay.
But I
That's
changed. Well, I had 4 for you. You were the only one that I had 4 for.
Okay.
My 4th one was Mario Galaxy 2,
Uh-huh.
so I put that up to 3rd.
Hell yeah.
But
I
my
really want to play that.
my first one is Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
I want you to beat that, Corey. Because I honestly don't think I like Zelda that much. I think I just liked Ocarina of Time.
Okay. I like that. I feel like you're right. I should play through that.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my pick for Corey.
okay.
Ocarina of Time.
Your pick is Ocarina of Time.
Absolutely.
Chip.
What about you, Will? Do you have anything that jumps out at you that you would want Corey to play?
2
immediately?
games, actually. Mario Galaxy and Deus Ex Human Revolution.
I thought you might pick Deus Ex.
Yeah, I love that game, so I want other people to like it.
It's not very good.
It's a great game.
I really liked it too.
Thanks, Dan.
Okay.
So,
I would love to play Mario Galaxy.
You should pick that for him.
Dan, you're not feeling strongly about any of them.
No,
are you?
no. I have a couple that I'm weighing, but go ahead.
Could be a listener pick too, though.
Let's hear what you're weighing, Dan.
I'm thinking Knights of the Old Republic 1.
Okay.
Wow. Throwing it back there, huh?
like
yeah.
Didn't
Backlog. It's kind of in the backlog.
Yeah, it's old.
It's an old game.
It's in the way backlog.
It can be tinkered with on PC to make it better. So that's another thing you
Which I
consider.
hate.
I like that.
You do not. You
Sometimes,
do not.
Sometimes I enjoy it. I need to overclock my PC.
All
I've been
week
waiting
you've
to do
been
that.
bitching about tinkering.
Because I've been tinkering to get some fucking game I didn't really care about to work. Dying Light.
Fair enough.
I'll go Mario Galaxy, too.
Nice.
Okay, so Will's pick is Mario Galaxy.
Thanks, Will.
Write these down, Will.
Yeah, sorry.
I appreciate
I got it
that
here,
a
too.
lot.
Okay, so I'll go Knights of the Old Republic 1 then.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
for my
Corey,
pick.
that's a good list.
I like that list.
three good
Different
games.
things. Yeah. That's great.
So those are the 3 that we picked for Corey that he has to play. Now we're gonna pick the 3 for the listeners to vote on.
Do I pick them or do you guys pick them?
We
pick
picked them.
Okay.
Well, all right, hold on. I gotta pull Corey's list up here.
I can tell you.
I got it. All right. So I get to pick another one then.
Yep.
South Park: Stick of Truth.
South Park.
Yeah, that's got to be on there.
Okay.
I guess I'll go Deus Ex for the other one.
Deus Ex for number 2. I like
yeah.
What do you think, Dan?
that. I'm gonna go Transistor. We'll
Okay.
go with a shorter one.
I like that.
I liked Transistor. It wasn't great, but I really liked the combat was very unique. and
Free
I
on
did- I did
PS4
really
in
like it.
February.
Yeah. Did you buy it?
Mm-hmm. I think I own it.
Yeah.
I think so.
It was cheap. I mean, it's only like $15.
10, 50 bucks. It's the Bastion from the makers of Bastion.
Right.
Super giant.
Super giant.
The music's really good. The setting's kind of cool. The story didn't grab me, but I think if you play it twice, the story would be better. Okay, so Corey's 4 in February. Read it off, Will.
Corey's first game is Ocarina of Time. His second one is Mario Galaxy 2. The third one is Knights of the Old Republic 1. And the fan vote is South Park, Deus Ex, or Transistor.
Yeah.
You got a healthy...
If you get South Park, you got 4 great ones there.
Yeah.
Corey, this is the time. You have a lot of time to do this, so...
I'll beat it in the first week.
It's your time to shine.
Yeah, it's your time to come through.
Get it out of the way.
All right, let's hit up Eric's list now.
Oh boy. Can I access your list from my Evernote?
My list is on the Evernote. I don't have Eric's list actually.
I don't know how to.
I emailed
I don't know
separately.
if I have
I don't know
Eric's
how to.
list.
Goddamn. Oh wait, I have it, Eric.
You do?
Yes.
You want to forward it?
Oh
to
no,
us real
I
quick?
have mine. I have mine.
Is it where? Did
I sent
get-
it through Evernote in form of email, I think.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. So, PS4 platform, The Swapper. Dying Light, which, I mean, I could start over. I'm only 4 hours in. That was if I purchased it, which I did. Scapegoat 2, which I could give another shot. Dust and Elysian Tale. Sniper Elite 3. Resident Evil HD, which I am willing to purchase. Maybe on PC. Probably going to be PS4, though, if I buy it. And then onto the Wii U. Bayonetta 2. Hyrule Warriors and Super Mario Galaxy 2. Xbox One, I've got Lords of the Fallen, Dead Rising 3, Guacamelee, Volgar the Viking, and Never Alone, which would probably end up being PC actually because it's on sale right now. And on PC, Brothers, Just Cause 2, Shadow Warrior, Vanishing of Ethan Carter, Call of Duty World at War, Rayman Legends, or Grim Fandango.
Gotcha.
I was really happy with my list this year.
All right. Anybody have anything immediately that hit them that they want Eric to play?
I want Eric to play Brothers, but that's not going to be my choice.
Because it's too short.
I want to hear what else is going to be given to you before I assign you
Well,
Brothers.
let's go to Will then.
The two things that jumped out to me were Mario Galaxy and Lords of the Fallen. So
Pick it, bro.
I wouldn't assign you Lords of the Fallen.
No.
Just based on what granted, you can give them whatever you want. Just based on what I know about that game, I wouldn't assign it to you.
The only reason why I would think about it is I hear it's very similar to Dark Souls, and I know
it'd be
Eric,
nice to have a different perspective.
It's a lot shorter.
the thing is
than
I
Dark Souls.
don't want him to play it and not like it. I feel like you would like Galaxy a lot more, because I love
That's up
that.
to you.
I love that game.
You can also put Galaxy on the list of listeners' choice.
And you can put Lords of the Fallen on the listener's choice
That's
too.
true.
Let me look at your list real quick again.
Yeah,
That's
You want to look at it?
I've got to
Yeah.
peruse it too.
I'd say I love a scapegoat, but I'm not gonna.
I liked it. I just got stuck.
I don't gain anything by assigning that to you. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I feel like assigning you brothers, like we could have like a good conversation about it, and
Yeah.
we'd both gain
Sure.
from it.
And like I said, I'm not the beaten games list to me now is I'm in a support role.
I got to go Bayonetta 2 on this
Alright.
one.
Cool. I'm glad because then I can trade it in when I'm done.
Yeah, I it controls so nicely, and I hope that's enough to
I mean,
carry you
yeah.
through.
I
It's
mean,
not super long either. It's like 10 hours.
listen, just based off Bayonetta 1,
Yeah.
I know that I like it more than I liked the games I tried last year
Right.
for 4 in February.
Yeah,
So,
and Bayonetta 2 is better than Bayonetta 1.
Right.
I thought
all right, good.
Bayonetta 2.
If anything, the Bayonetta 2 play will prepare you for whatever is going to happen with Scalebound. Think of
Yeah,
it that
because
way.
it's a platinum game.
Scalebound is coming to
that dragon
Xbox,
one.
right?
Is it an
Xbox One?
Xbox?
It's Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
Having a really hard time, Eric, picking, because a few more jumped out at me too.
I really liked my list this year.
Grim Fandango jumped out. I'm pretty curious about that game.
That's a fairly long game. That's like 10, 12 hours.
Is it really?
I'm
It's
going to
got
play that
puzzles.
anyway. Are you going to play that anyway?
I'm gonna play. I want to play all these games anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't put anything on my list that I didn't want to play this year, or that I thought I might not want to play. I put everything on there as things that I think that I want to play.
Yeah, my list for this year, I picked games that, because I have a bunch of games on my like backlog that I want to play, that I will play at some point this year. I tried to put games that I knew I wouldn't get to this year if I didn't put them on my 4 in February
Yeah.
list. Like I just bought Lords of the Fallen, but I'm gonna play that anyway. Valkyria Chronicles, I just bought, but I'm gonna put that on there anyway,
Oh, yeah.
or play that anyway. So I didn't put it on my list.
Did you pick Grim Fandango?
I'll go with Grim Fandango.
All right, good. I don't really want to play that.
That's cool.
Just want to see how to spell that, Dan.
I really want you to play Rayman too.
Rayman, yeah, Rayman's good.
Yeah, but the reasons that you guys like that game
That's true.
is
It
not,
probably would not be as fun
a good
by
point.
yourself.
I'll go with Brothers. It's a quick one.
Cool.
Take you 3 or 4 hours.
I want to play Brothers.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
What'd you pick?
I picked Bayonetta 2.
Bayonetta 2, okay.
So now we need to pick the games for listeners to vote on.
Oh, bye.
Galaxy for me.
Mario Galaxy. I'll go World at War.
It's a good
Oh,
game.
nice.
That's one I want to play. I never played World at War.
You have access to it.
That's
Will
how
pick-
I'm gonna play.
Did
it if
anybody,
it gets voted for me.
did anybody pick Mario Galaxy for you?
For the listener vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already picked.
Yeah.
Ugh. Go Scapegoat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right.
Goat 2.
That's a good point about Rayman. I would give you that, but if you're gonna play it by yourself, it's not worth
I'd be playing it by myself.
Not as fun.
it. No, not at all.
All right. Was hoping someone would pick Just Cause.
Okay.
I
I put that on my list too.
was kind of hoping someone would pick Resident Evil, so it made me buy it.
See, I was thinking about picking that, but I didn't want to make you buy a game.
I mean, I wouldn't put it on here if I wasn't willing to buy it.
That's true.
But
Yeah,
that's
a good
fine.
point.
I bought Grim Fandango. I really want to play that game, even though it's puzzly and I'm not great at puzzle games. Everybody else seems to be
Loving it.
loving it and has loved it in the past. So
Yeah.
I kind of like how the characters are, like the little skeletons and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It looks cool.
yeah, cool.
Okay. So read off Eric's games, Will.
Eric's got Grim Fandango, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, Bayonetta 2, and for the fan vote, Mario Galaxy 2, Call of Duty World at War, and Scapegoat 2.
Nice.
Right. On to Will.
All
Will,
right.
let's hear
Do
your
I have
games.
your list, Will? Did you email it?
I emailed it to you guys separately. I didn't have Evernote at the time, and then I got Evernote and just didn't think about redoing
Can
it.
someone forward it to me?
Yeah, here, I'll do it.
Oh wait, I have it. We're good. Got
Yeah.
it right in front of me.
All right, so for PS4, I got Shadow of Mordor, Metro 2033, Metro Last Light. They're both the remakes because I have the Redux. For Little Big Planet 3. For the Xbox One, I got Dead Rising 3, Lords of the Fallen, Sunset Overdrive. For the Wii U, I've got Hyrule Warriors, Bayonetta 2, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. And for PC, I've got Dead Island Riptide, The Banner Saga, XCOM Enemy Unknown, Final Fantasy VIII, Guacamelee, Path of Exile, Rayman Legends, Portal 1, Portal 2, and Spec Ops The Line.
Can I run through all the games I want Will to play?
There's a lot on there.
Yeah.
I have an easy time picking off Will's list.
Yeah, I liked Will's list the best out of anybody's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I blew off most of these games last year. And
There's
they're
a lot.
all-
There's a
they're
lot
all
of good
really
ones on
good.
there. Yeah.
I'll run through what I would like you to play, and then I'll pick one eventually. But Shadow of Mordor, definitely, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Meh.
The Metro games, both of them, I really
Really good.
enjoyed the Metro games.
Yeah.
For first-person shooters, that's saying a lot.
Yeah, I liked them on PC a lot too, and I'm interested to see the graphics now.
The Metro games and BioShock Infinite are like the shooters. That's it for me.
Yeah.
This is those games. Lords of we talked about that. Sunset Overdrive, I want you to play just because I'm jealous and I want to play that.
Don't pick that.
Hyrule Warriors, same kind of deal.
Figured that would be your pick.
Bayonetta 2, I'm indifferent about. I don't really know much about it. Wind Waker, same thing. Like, I'm not gonna make you do that. Banner Saga,
That's my pick for Will.
that's a good pick.
I'm claiming that right now.
XCOM,
I'm gonna claim Sunset
also a
Overdrive.
good
I
pick.
figured you would.
Final Fantasy 8, I would not pick.
No?
No.
I thought about it.
Because
'Cause I played that one.
Your Path of Exile pick almost inspired me to put Path of Exile on mine, but I would only play it if you and I were both playing it. We could play it together.
Why
that-
didn't you
that
put
would
it on
be
your
hard.
list? You should have told me.
That would be hard. You could pick it for me, and I could pick it for you.
Exactly.
It's a bargain.
Rayman, same thing. And the Portal games, I feel like everybody should play those. And Spec Ops: The Line, I played and enjoyed, but I wouldn't put that on anybody else.
Okay.
At this point, it's too far gone.
Okay.
My top three for Will, and I gave him Sunset Overdrive, was that Wind Waker and Banner Saga.
Yeah.
And Dan gave him Banner Saga.
Yep. I'm gonna pick for my fan pick Metro 2033.
Metro 2033.
Yep.
You're not gonna pick Wind Waker, Corey?
No.
All right, that's gonna be my fan pick.
I hope that one wins.
All right, so what do you have? Metro 2033.
Wind Waker.
What games do you have?
He's got the Banner Saga and Sunset Overdrive,
Overdrive,
definite, and then Metro 2033 and the Wind Waker for the fan vote.
I'm going to give you XCOM.
Ooh.
XCOM.
How have you gotten this far without playing XCOM?
It's one of those games where I play like 5-6 hours every time, and then I stop, and then when I go back to play it, I'm like, well, I don't know what I've been doing.
How do you
I
stop playing that
So I
game?
restart.
I get addicted. I get addicted to
That
that
game
game.
is amazing.
And I'll give you Portal 2 as the fan pick.
Nice.
You should play through those anyway.
Portal, I think, was on my list last year,
Ay caramba.
but I had given up at that point, so I didn't play it.
Okay.
All right, so I got the Banner Saga, Sunset Overdrive, XCOM Enemy Unknown, and then for the fan vote, Metro 2033, Wind Waker, Portal 2.
Very
Ki-
nice.
Kill.
I like a lot.
And to our fearless leader, Dan.
On to me. Now for my list, as I said, I went for games that I knew I wouldn't get to play this year. I know I said it's the year of the backlog, but I have a backlog that I'm gonna get to at some point this year. Like
It's
a
damn
lot.
near 300 games.
Yeah, there's a lot of those on there I've played already. But like I said, Lords of the Fallen is a game I bought recently. I didn't put it on the list because I will get to it at some point this year. What was the other one example I used? Oh, Valkyria Chronicles. I'm gonna play that too. So these are games I wouldn't get to this year otherwise.
I will say right off the top, Dan's was my least favorite list.
Was it?
It was hard for me to pick.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
There's a
because
couple on
we've
there
played a lot of the same
I would
games.
bite on.
So we'll start off. Alpha Protocol is the first on my list. That's the spy RPG. Betrayer. It's like a indie first-person shooter. The Bureau, XCOM Declassified, Brutal Legend, Crisis, Crisis 2, Darksiders 2, Dust and Elysian Tale, Expeditions Conquistador, Fear, Fear 2, Fear 3, Far Cry 3 Blood
Let's
Dragon.
pick the Fear series for Dan.
Well,
All
here-
3 games.
The thing is, I put games on there like the Darksiders. I'm not gonna play Darksiders 2 before I play Darksiders 1. You know,
Yeah.
Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, Hitman Absolution, Hotline Miami, The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, Jade Empire, Just Cause 2, Crater, Lego Lord of the Rings, Lego Marvel Superheroes, Lord of the Rings War in the North, Mafia 2, Max Payne 3, Papers, Please, Portal 2, Spec Ops: The Line, Stacking, State of Decay, Siberia 2, Tiny and Big, Grandpa's Leftovers, Titan Quest, and Two Worlds 2.
I didn't know what a lot of these games were.
Tiny
sort of,
and big kind of make me want to pick it.
I had to reach a little bit.
I know what I want mine to be.
I don't like that you had to reach, and yet you do not have Divinity on this list.
It's too
I'm going to
long.
play that anyway.
we
That's one of the games that I'm going to play this year.
I gave you the reason why I didn't have it on mine.
This is like an actual backlog, like a game I wouldn't get to otherwise. That's what
You're gonna
that's,
get to Divinity.
Yeah.
You promise?
Yeah, the summer.
I'm gonna play it too.
All right.
It's 80 hours, which is why I didn't want to do it for this.
Corey, I looked ahead and there's like one game each month I'm gonna buy. So
All right. Okay.
until the fall.
I'm telling you,
enough.
it's the year of the backlog for me. I'm going to be hitting a lot of my backlog games.
I want to know what you guys pick before I pick mine. I don't think you guys will pick mine anyway. Corey might actually.
Dan.
I'll go through what I might pick.
Okay.
Okay.
Brutal Legend, I might pick because I'm curious, and that's one I've been wanting to play for a while.
Never had any experience with it.
Fear games are big no-nos.
They're old.
Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, yes, because I think you might be into the sort of...
That's number 3 on my list, and I think Dan would love it.
Yeah, I think you would too. Hotline Miami, just because I want somebody to be able to talk about that other than Eric and I.
Number 2 on my list.
Yeah. Great game. Lord of the Rings: War in the North. I want you to experience the same frustration I had.
I
at the
won't, because that
very
was an
end of
AMD
that
thing,
game.
wasn't it?
You fuck off.
What do you got, an Nvidia or something?
If I were,
That's the classic battle.
if I were
PC
to
gamers.
choose one to cross off your list, it would be Max Payne 3. I think you're crazy. It's a waste
Didn't that get
it's a
good
waste of time.
reviews?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, but Corey's the wild card.
Yeah. I
You know?
mean,
It wasn't that good of a game at all. Papers, Please is another one I would definitely consider. Portal 2, absolutely. Spec Ops: The Line is on the bubble for me. I would recommend it, but there's so many other games at this
Yeah.
point. Like it's too far gone, sadly. But that's where I'm at.
Okay.
Dan, Dust.
Dust it is.
Corey didn't mention my number 1, so I'm going to give you Just Cause 2.
Just Cause 2.
One of us needs to have played Just
I know.
Cause,
I know. I agree.
and it's going to be Dan.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah,
I think it's getting a game I'm gonna spend a lot of time playing too.
I think so. I think you're going to like it.
Completionist is 80 hours.
Oof.
I probably won't be that high, but I'll probably be 40. I bet
Yeah, I think you're going to like it, Dan.
Dear Lord.
What's he got?
Just Cause 2 and Dust and Elysian Tale. Especially with Just Cause 3 announced.
Yeah,
One of us
exactly.
needs to have played it.
Yeah.
All right.
Because none of us have any experience with the series.
Being the good Polish man that you are,
Papers, Please.
I'm gonna give you Papers, Please.
Papers, please. Okay.
Whoops.
It's a good game.
I like
Even
that.
though your list is pretty easy right now,
No, it's not. Just Cause 2 is a long game.
is it?
Yeah.
Dust is 14 hours.
Oh,
isn't
really?
it?
Okay.
Yeah,
I
around
think
that.
mine's probably the easiest.
Okay.
So, secondly,
Secondly,
listener
for the,
vote.
for the fan vote.
I'm going to go Hotline Miami.
I wish I could go that too, because I would.
Give him Far Cry 3. Blood Dragon.
I don't really care about Dan's opinion on that.
Do you want to give him Hotline Miami? I'll give him Blood Dragon.
No,
Alright.
I don't really care about Dan's opinion on
By the way,
Blood
Corey,
Dragon.
Jake in the chat likes your coat.
It is a nice coat.
Warm.
Warm.
It's
So, you know- Jake, what do you think of my coat?
I'm wearing a Andrew Mark. Is that what it is? Mark Jacobs.
Andrew Mark.
What is this?
Dan, I'll give you Crisis.
Crisis.
Crisis?
Yeah?
What is this world turning into?
What did you give him, Corey?
I didn't give him anything yet.
No, didn't you?
You gave him Hotline. Will gave him Crisis.
No, I gave him Just Cause.
Yeah, I gave him Dust.
Did
Corey,
anybody?
pick Papers, please.
Oh, Papers, Please.
Oh, that's right.
For the fan vote, you gave him Hotline though, right?
Yeah.
Will, you gave him.
Crisis.
What do you want, Dan? I'll talk it through with you. What are you dying to play?
I'm curious about the Bureau. I've not heard good things, but I want to play it.
I don't
it's
wanna
a
waste your time.
third-person shooter.
Really don't wanna
What else? State of Decay. I'm kind of interested in.
You can beat that?
Overrated.
You can beat that?
Yeah, I get 20 hours. Is how long to beat?
I didn't know that.
Overrated.
Darksiders. I've been wanting to try the Darksiders.
I've been
series.
interested.
Yeah.
No.
Give him fucking Blood Dragon.
Yeah, are you
What else
interested
is
in
on?
Blood
It's the
Dragon?
best one on
Yeah.
there.
I mean, it makes no difference.
Yes, it is.
No, I'm gonna put
He'd-
War in the North.
Oh
War in the North. Okay.
Dan would love Blood Dragon.
Dan would also love War in the North. Being a Lord of the Rings nerd, come on.
Yeah, Dan would love it.
Okay.
All right, hold on a minute.
It's a longer game.
Are you
Flesh
gonna
out
switch
his list
something
a little
up?
bit.
No, I just need to I need Will to tell me what mine were again.
Let me get to Dan's real quick.
All right, yeah.
So first is Dust and Illusion Tale, Just Cause 2, and then Papers, Please. And then for the fan vote is Hotline Miami, Crisis, the first one, and then War in the North.
Excellent.
Eric needs his again.
Yeah. Apologies.
Do you want me just to run through all of them again?
Can you just email them to us?
Yeah, I'll type them up. Email them.
Tell me mine, though.
Yeah, if you want to go over them, go tell Eric's and then.
Okay,
and
so
then
Eric,
record.
you have Grim Fandango, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, Bayonetta 2. Do you need your fan votes?
No.
No? Okay, so Corey has Ocarina of Time, Mario Galaxy 2, Knights of the Old Republic 1, and I have the Banner Saga, Sunset Overdrive, and an XCOM Enemy Unknown.
I'm pretty happy with the go-rounds this year. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, even though I didn't like Dan, I think we got Dan's list. I think we got 3 good games
Good
out
ones,
of it.
yeah.
What does he have again?
Just Cause 2, Dust, and Papers, Please.
Papers, Please is a good pick. The other two.
Just Cause
Oh.
2 somebody should play. Really, Corey?
I've played it.
Didn't you just
No,
say
you haven't.
Yes, I have. I
Full of shit.
played it on Live.
Didn't you say last week that you wanted to play Dust and it was going to be on your list?
Yeah, it is on
A
my
lot
list
of people like
2012 games to play.
Okay.
I think Will's got 3 fucking great games.
What does Will have?
Sunset Overdrive, Banner Saga, and XCOM. Enemy
Yeah,
Unknown.
Will's gonna have a good 4 in February.
I also picked games that I had never played before. So
All
that
games that you never played?
Yeah, I've never played any of these games.
I
before.
have
That's
played
impressive.
Brothers briefly,
briefly.
but the other 2 I haven't played.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll be typing that up and sending it out for fans to vote on. We can start as of midnight on the 1st. So midnight on Sunday, which is what I did last year. I think I played like an hour
You
worth
did.
of games.
Corey threw me a bone with Brothers. I can beat that in a sitting.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's pretty short. It's fun too. I like
It's a good game.
Brothers.
You should play it. I think everyone should play it.
Well, I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
It's a unique control scheme.
These 3 are games that I want to play. So
Play it with a controller. Don't play it with a mouse
I'm
and
going
keyboard.
to.
Do you have it on PC?
I think actually I'm playing Dan's copy of Brothers.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I put your guys' games on my list too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why? You're basically yours, especially
bless
with
it.
Dan because he only plays at night and I'm
Yeah.
asleep when he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. What time do you start playing?
Usually 10.
Okay.
10:30.
All right. There might be a little overlap
Is
with
when I
us,
start.
but,
Sometimes I'll play like during the day.
just so
but-
you know, you don't even have to be like, hey, can I play my game now? Just log in and
All
boot
right.
me. I don't really care.
Well, I mean,
I get it.
if I see that you're playing something, I'll probably just play the Wii U or something.
No, don't.
Jake
do
wants
that.
to know when the votes will be up on the website.
Tomorrow?
My laptop. I can't put up the post.
I could put it up.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
I'll have the graphic ready by next week
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, well, I'll get the post up as soon as I can. Probably tomorrow.
Okay.
You could just go on there and look. It'll be an actual like blog post for the episode.
I don't know if I'll ever go home again.
No, not feeling home.
Not sure I'm welcome.
Newark Valley home or Clinton home?
Clinton home.
Oh. Okay.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Sick.
Well, I'm excited you're gonna play Sunset Overdrive.
I'm excited for my list.
Fucking love that game.
I'm going to start over, but
Yeah,
definitely.
right.
All right, want to get into what we played?
Whoa, yeah, sure, Dan.
Does anyone have to pee, or should we just jump right into
I'm
it?
fucking ready.
Dan, sure.
Are we gonna have another break before the episode's over?
Yeah, of course.
Before feedback,
Okay.
of course.
Duh.
Then I'm good.
Okay. Well, let's start with Dying Light. That's the new release this week. We should probably talk about that first.
First impressions
First
before our
impressions
episode.
of Dying Light. Yeah, we're not going to get in depth, but just our first few hours worth. Eric, we'll start with you.
I played 4 hours, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Graphically, fantastic. I should say I play on PS4.
Yep.
Graphics are way better than I expected.
Yeah.
Man, it's got some really, really good look to it. Especially, I noticed during the night I went outside and it was raining. Man, it just looks and feels so good.
Yeah.
And just drags you right into that atmosphere of a shitty night in the rain with zombies.
Zombies around.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the story more than I thought I would. I didn't realize there was much of a story to it, but I do like the story. I'm into it. I like what my character's doing and what he's involved in. Gameplay wise, I think it controls well. The combat, I don't think it's bad. It's okay.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
have no problem with it.
I've heard other people haven't liked it. That it's a little janky. I didn't think it was bad. Whatever.
Have you used a gun yet?
No. Have you?
I found a gun, but I haven't used one.
Okay,
yet.
no, I haven't used a gun. It's been mostly pipes and wrenches and things of that nature. And controlling the parkour, I think, is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's better than Assassin's Creed.
Oh, way better than Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed.
and I was listening to a podcast.
What a low bar to get over.
I know, and that was my thought. And I'm listening to a podcast yesterday, and they were talking about how it's almost on par with Assassin's Creed. And I'm like, excuse me?
No, you know what it is?
That's offensive.
Yeah.
It's Dead Island mixed with Mirror's Edge. Is exactly how it plays.
See,
it
I
plays
haven't played Mirror's Edge.
It plays exactly like Mirror's Edge.
And I thought that R1 being the jump button would bother me, but it really hasn't.
Right.
Yeah, but I think all of those things combined, I would say it has exceeded my expectations.
Yeah.
I will say that the first chase through the night, has everybody gotten to
I
that?
did that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Corey, how many
Yeah, I
hours
did it
have you
today.
played?
I did it today.
You did.
Swear to God, I did
The
it
first real chase during the night.
where you're going for the drop.
Okay,
And
good.
then they're like, you need to get back because it's
All
late,
right.
and then you run.
Did you play stealth during that, or did
No,
you
I
just book it?
I ran like hell.
I couldn't play stealth because they were already on me.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad, because that's how it should be played.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
if you try to stealth through that, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
You should fucking just run like hell
That's what
to
I
your
did.
objective
Stressfuls.
and get stressed out
Oh,
and
hell.
scared. That's how you should fucking play that game. That's
Stop-
how it's meant to be played.
Stop talking about it.
It's terrifying.
Oh,
I want
man.
to play it so bad.
It's terrifying.
It was terrifying. Like, I'm sitting there. I had all the lights turned off. I
Yeah.
had 2 candles lit. This is how I play my games now.
And all you can
I
hear is
had-
those zombies
Yes,
barking
and I
at
had
you.
my headphones on, and you can see in the map that they're right on your fucking ass, and they
Yeah.
can climb just as well as you can. And I was like, I kept saying to myself, "Oh, holy shit, they're right here! Fuck, climb on that fucking thing." You know what I mean? Just stuff like
Yeah,
that.
because and I have a 7.1 surround headset.
Yeah.
So I can hear them running behind me. I can
Yes.
hear I don't even know what they're called.
I don't either.
But you can hear their footsteps
Volatiles.
and their.
They're called the volatiles.
Yeah, and they're screaming like behind you.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh crap.
Yes, and
gotta get
just
going.
mix that in with like you can't see shit.
Yeah.
The only thing keeping you going in the right direction is your map, your HUD display with your objective.
Watching the waypoint.
Yeah, that's the only thing because you can't see shit, and if you turn your lights on, they're gonna know where you are.
Yeah.
Eric has been streaming it, Jake. Just so you know, he suggested I stream it. I streamed it twice now. But mix that like if it's raining during that, it just like man, what a feeling it sets. What an atmosphere for
Yeah.
that. It's.
Dude, save it for next week. Don't get
I
too
know.
deep.
Well, I'm gonna stop there, and I was gonna say I'll stop there, but that's my initial impression.
Solid first impression.
Yes.
My first impression of the game is very similar to Eric's. I'm very impressed overall. I had some technical issues to start. Turns out I'm not alone with that.
PC.
It took me quite a while to get it running well too. I probably spent an hour tinkering with settings, and I finally got it running really nicely.
A lot of people had issues getting it to run nicely, like Dan's saying. I'm one of the few people who had memory issues, memory leak problems, and it was just like
How lucky.
booting me out of the game entirely. It was very frustrating.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that. I just had poor frame rate.
Yeah.
At first.
They released an optimization patch today, which apparently helped a lot of people.
Yeah, I haven't played it.
From what I understand, like Dan said, eliminated a lot of CPU bottlenecks. But everybody's been complaining about RAM. RAM's the big issue with this game. But
St.
I don't know.
Louis RAM.
I went into some crazy settings on my computer I've never seen before and was listening to some Indian man tell me what to do on my computer, and I just did it.
And it
Didn't-
worked?
It worked. It made it better. It fixed all the problems.
That's all you need to do.
There's a YouTube video for everything. But yeah, same as Eric. Like, very impressed. It's what it is for me is like it did everything that I really liked about Dead Island and fixed all the problems that I have.
This
with Dead
game is
Yeah.
20 times the game
Yeah.
of Dead Island.
Yeah, I agree with
Island. It's
that.
really good. But we'll talk about it more.
And I love Dead Island. So
Dead
am I
Island
gonna,
sucks.
so am I gonna love this game?
Yes.
Of any of us at this table, you would like it the most.
Yeah.
It's funny I'm the one that doesn't have it.
Well, I'm not. I don't have it. I'm playing on
Dan,
Dan's
Oh, yeah,
Steam.
that's
Dan,
right.
we all have it.
Yeah.
Because Dan has it on Steam.
See, I want to play it on PC, but the issue is like my computer.
Your graphics card is older. Too.
Yeah, and it's just
Yeah,
in my.
all right. Mine runs it well. I just needed to get over all those weird issues
Yeah,
and
but
change settings.
he's
so.
got.
I got an
An
old
old
graphics card.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to buy mine?
I have no money.
Can he rent to purchase?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
We'll figure that out later. But
Once you get a job, I'll get a new video card. How about that?
fine.
I'll wait.
Well,
Corey.
by that point, maybe I'll get a better video card.
Corey, do you know what you've accomplished by being the wild card?
I don't know.
Jake in the chat says that you saying it's a good game means a lot.
Oh, there
I
you
like
go.
that. I like that.
It's true.
I honestly like. I'm really enjoying it. It does a lot of things I really enjoy.
I'm glad you like it. I was curious to see what your thoughts
Yeah.
were.
I'm
Because I
impressed.
really like it, and I think come end of the year, I know it's early yet, but I would say it's probably not going to be up for game of the year for me.
But big surprise.
Maybe, but biggest surprise for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I think I can't see, two other games surprising me the way this one has.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's a lot better than I expected it would be.
And
too.
Yeah.
and the thing I hated about it most was the issues I had to start. If I didn't have those issues to start, which flavors my opinion of the game
Yeah.
heavily, I think I would be even more praiseworthy about it.
And especially when you consider that they didn't send review copies out.
Yeah, that scared me. I actually had the game pre-ordered, and I canceled my pre-order because I was like, if this game is like a 4, I don't want to eat $50.
Which you
know?
should. You
Yeah.
should. Yeah. Did you have like a discount for purchasing early or anything like that?
Amazon had it for $50, so I bought it. But they don't charge you.
So you lost like $10 on
I didn't lose
repurchasing
anything.
it.
No, because it was still $50. I thought it was just a pre-order deal.
Okay.
And like part of the reason why I got it too is I got a $5 video game credit for buying Dead
Yeah.
Island. Again, I thought that was just a pre-order purchase. It wasn't, because I bought it like a day later after it came out, and I still
cool.
still got $50. I still got it for $50. I still got the $5 game credit. So
It kind of makes you wonder though. Do you think they were worried about the reviews and that's why
I don't
they?
know.
I don't
feel
know
like
if they
it's
might
a
have been.
really good game.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
It's pretty good.
I know the reviews that I have seen were mediocre.
That's
well,
yeah.
Metacritic. If you're gonna go by Metacritic, which I do a lot of times, user score as of today was 8.1 or 8.2.
That's pretty
Okay,
good.
yeah.
That's a good fucking user score on
Yep.
Metacritic.
Because these are the people who downvote DMC because Dante's hair is different.
right,
Good
exactly.
point.
So
So I was hopeful when the game came out and people started rating it on Metacritic and it was over 8. I was like, all right, this is probably gonna be a pretty decent game.
Yep.
So I think actual reviewer score is like 7 point something,
Yeah.
which still
I think,
isn't bad.
I think Destructoid gave it a 7.
yeah, Chris,
But
yeah.
I think a lot of the critique of it is that I mean, there's nothing really new about it, and I think that's where the problem is, which I agree with.
we should get into this next week.
Yeah.
That's
You're
true.
right. You're right. If we're gonna do an episode on it next week, we shouldn't get into it right now.
No, I agree. Okay. Good very good first impressions. I'm enjoying my time. I can't wait to go upstairs and play it again.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking forward
I'd
to it.
like to have it beat by next week. Probably won't,
Yeah.
but I'd like to
yeah.
Depends on when we record next week.
because I want to trade it in for the order.
Oh,
When's
gotcha.
that come out?
20th. I have actually 2 weeks.
You'll have
So
it beat by then.
But yeah, by then I will. We got the 13th is the new 3DS with Monster Hunter and Majora's Mask, which is a Friday, which
Yeah,
is
Nintendo-
normal for Nintendo.
Nintendo, yeah.
But then a week later on Friday is the order.
Sony on
The
Friday.
20th, yeah.
That's
weird.
I checked in 2 spots to make sure.
Bizarre.
That is bizarre.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So yeah, that's Dying Light. So yeah, initial impressions are good from us. So that's a good thing.
Thumbs up.
Pretty jealous.
I'll go next. The only other thing I played was Civ 5. I was looking for. I get like, well, I didn't want to start anything new right away. I have a Civ 5 game that I've been going, and once I get started, I can't stop playing. It kept me up until 4 o'clock in the morning, 2 nights in a row.
Yes.
Dangerous.
That's what we live for, though, Dan.
Oh, I know. I love it, but like my wife went to bed, and I was like, yeah, I'll be to bed in a little bit.
Just give me one more turn.
And I looked at the clock, and it was 3:45 in the morning. I'm like, God damn it!
Yep.
Well, I've stayed up this late. I might as well just stay up the rest
Well,
of the
I,
night.
I
I
haven't
could
done
throw
that.
one more turn in.
I haven't done that only because I have kids to watch the next day,
Yeah.
and I can't have not slept. So even if I get 3 hours, it's,
Sure.
that's enough for me
Something's
to function.
better than nothing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So that's the only other thing I played. Still awesome game. It's so good. But
Yeah.
Will, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. So Smash Brothers. I've had recently people over at my house. One of my friends, and he's been wanting to play H1Z1 and stuff like that. So basically, when he's over, I just sit there and play Smash Online. For I think I played 15 hours this week
Jesus Christ.
of just straight Smash Online.
You're a Smash fiend.
I love that game.
You're worse than I've ever been with FIFA.
Did we ever discuss what counts as a beaten game for that?
For Smash?
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Did the credits roll yet?
I mean, there's the classic mode thing,
That's
Yeah.
it then.
That's like an hour.
but that's like, yeah.
Maybe not even.
Counts for me. Fuckers.
Do I get a beaten game then?
Then I should have gotten.
I'll
a beaten
fight
game
all
for
you
that, too.
over it.
Did
Dan-
you do it this year?
I did it last year.
I'll
Did I? I
I'll-
think we all got it last year, didn't we?
I didn't.
No, we didn't. We didn't get it. I guess I'll beat it when I get home, so I get the game next week for beating.
Alright.
But yeah, I have a lot of fun.
Thanks, Eric. I appreciate that.
Wait, what happened?
Eric,
The credits.
credits.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, because it's a mini game. Remember, me and you were playing, and we had to get the 100% on hitting the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We blew it by like.
0.1.
I only ever got as high as like 90%.
Corey and I got
99 point
99.96.
something. Well, we weren't paying attention for the first like 2 minutes, and then we're like, "Oh shit, we need to be playing this,"
Then we just start whacking away.
and then we blew it.
But anyway, like I have so much fun playing that game online. I want to be the best at that game. I want to be good and win all the time because that's the type of game that I like to be good at. So when I lose, I get very frustrated. And I can't tell you the amount of times that I played and destroyed the guy like for the first stock, because online I do 1-on-1, and it's a Omega match, so the map is flat and it's 2 lives, and you go at it that way. I'll like knock him out first, and I'll be in good position with like 60% damage with 2 stock, and I end up blowing it and dying twice and
That's
losing.
The worst.
It's like being up 2-0 in a FIFA match.
Exactly, and then you just lose, and so
Now you know how I feel.
I do. I was losing a lot. I was winning a lot. I was really going back and forth. I hate Captain Falcon. I would consider him the overpowered character in the game because he's really fast and all of his attacks do so much damage and stuff like that, and he's so hard to fight.
Everybody's on the Diddy Kong train right now.
Yeah.
being the overpowered character.
Yeah, everybody does jump on Diddy because he has a combo that he can do something out of and get like 60% damage right away. I have not played a Diddy online yet, so
Oh, really?
I have not.
That's surprising. Did you see that post? It might have been a Kotaku post, making the rounds on the internet about this new technique this one guy discovered.
I read that.
Is it like the cancel tech?
Yeah.
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 Crazy.
It really is kind of crazy that people find that
Insane
and can
that-
pull it off.
Yeah, people, first of all, discover it. Second of all, do it and pull it off. Basically, what it does is, I'm going to butcher it. You guys help me. It eliminates the, like, delay between landing and doing an attack.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it makes a world of a difference for characters that have a longer delay when they land and make an attack.
Yeah, like slower character. I think Falco was one of the characters he used
I don't
for
remember.
it. Because Falco has a bad delay when he lands. But, like, finding that stuff and, like, being able to master it and stuff like that,
Oh, it's insane.
it's pretty crazy.
And it was so funny because the article I was reading was like, it started off as like this theoretical thing, and everyone's like, "You're crazy, you're an idiot, you're stupid, like don't talk to us, like
Yeah.
we're too cool for you." And then he was like proved it with videos, and then everybody started jumping on board, and like it's just crazy to see those things take off
Yeah.
the way that they do on the internet.
And I feel
And
like
now it's like a valid technique.
that people do in tournaments and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
It's crazy.
I kind of have the feeling that this is the Smash game that's going to live on. I'm hoping as much
More
as
so than
Melee,
Melee.
because Brawl, I guess, didn't.
Well, probably because the creator said he's probably not making anymore, right?
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. That's kind of
What he
sad.
said.
But
I don't
I-
blame him.
I
Stressful.
yeah, because the amount of hours he works, he said he'd go to bed for like 2 hours, then get back up and work more, which is insane.
God.
Dude, just take another year to make it and don't kill yourself doing
I
it.
think they could have, man, if they waited another year for Smash Brothers to come out.
It came out at the perfect time.
Yeah, you're right, it did.
Yeah.
But I had a really cool moment online. I was playing as Yoshi, and Yoshi's one of my best characters, and I do his egg roll, and I fell off the edge, and the guy suicided for me. So he came
Oh.
back in, and it was one-on-one stock. And I was like, that's so nice.
Nice of him.
Because I do that sometimes with people. Unless I really feel like they're jerks.
You know what that is, Will? That's just good karma coming back. Yeah.
Sportsmanship.
You know what movie I watched this past week, you guys? Lone Survivor.
Never seen it.
How was it?
It's great.
Kind of want to
I
see
heard
it.
it was good.
It's pretty moving. It's about the Navy SEALs. They're doing Operation Red Wings.
Mm-hmm.
And
Detroit?
it's not Detroit. It's in I think I can't remember, Afghanistan.
Yeah, I think it's Afghanistan.
But it's pretty incredible, the story. And the thing is, they only have one account of what actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's from this guy, Marcus Luttrell.
The guy who like
The
lives,
guy,
right?
the lone survivor.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not spoiling anything by saying that, but who knows what actually happened out there? But even so, like, it's just incredible to watch these 4 Navy SEALs go up against these anywhere from 20 to 200 Afghani,
Soldiers.
yeah, with AK-47s. Insane.
Absolutely
insane.
where'd
It was
you-
one of the most stressful movies I've ever seen.
Where'd you watch it?
It's out on DVD. I got it on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on that. Oh, you got the
The
it
DVD,
sends
the
to your
physical
house.
DVD.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna s-
Great movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get it on Amazon or something.
Yeah, you should.
But anyway, I watch a streamer on Smash a lot who is one of the best players in the world. He streams a lot during the week, and he does a thing called showcases. So when people subscribe, they say, hey, I'd like to see you play as this character. And what he does is he picks that character, and he plays his fans online the whole time, and he shows off how to play as them and be good with them.
And beats everybody that he plays.
I've seen him lose a couple times, but because he plays his characters, like his best character is Ness, but like somebody like, hey, play as Zelda, and he doesn't play as Zelda that much, but
he
still
gets beat.
he wins. I think I've seen him lose maybe 3 or 4 times, and I watch him
Wow.
a lot.
He's just playing against people in the community that like follow him.
Yeah, and he talks to his. He's like he's one of the nicest streamers I've seen. He's actually a pretty cool person.
Who is it?
It's Fow.
File.
Yeah, he's like when he's streaming Smash, like the Smash on Twitch goes up pretty high. So that's cool. Like I get to watch it, and I've been learning how to play as characters like Sheik pretty well and stuff like that because of him. But moving on, I picked up Fire Emblem Awakening again. I saw the new Fire Emblem announcement at the Nintendo Direct, and I was like, God, Fire Emblem is such a good game. So I picked it up and I'm playing through it again.
It is really good.
It honestly could crack my top 5. That's how much I like that game.
Wow.
It's so much fun.
It's impressive.
Yeah. I'm only like 4 hours into that. I'm at the point where, boy, I don't even know. I'm not paying attention to the story this time. I'm just kind of playing.
Are
But-
any of you guys, let me ask you this while we're kind of on the subject. Are any of you guys intrigued by the idea of the head tracking in the new 3DS?
Yeah.
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 From what I've listened to other people talk about it, they've used the 3D a lot more now.
Because of the head tracking?
Yeah, it works a lot better.
Yeah, because it positions itself, so it's
Yeah.
always like 3D. Whereas if you like even slightly had it at an angle, it'd screw it all up and
Makes it look
mess-
weird.
The
mess with your
shitty
eyes.
part about it, though, is it's one of those things you kind of have to see in person before you buy
Yeah.
into it,
Yeah.
right?
I forgot to talk about this in my week.
You held one?
I did.
A new 3DS?
I did hold one. I did not use the 3DS tracking. But I did trade in my 3DS XL towards the new 3DS XL.
I've got to do that.
Yeah, I got $100 towards it. Said, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Traded Fantasy Life, so I am 3DS XL less right now.
You traded in the book?
The book.
The book of Fantasy Life?
Yeah.
Didn't want to read through
I
all.
did, yeah. That game is not that good.
I love that game.
I know you
Anyway,
do.
I need
kind of with Eric on this.
I need to trade in my 3DS. I need a job, but I have a question for you, by the way, Eric. Off air.
Don't we all?
Okay.
So,
Everyone has questions for Eric off air.
we'll get to that if I even remember.
Are you handing out jobs, Eric? Is that what?
I wasn't aware that it was, but maybe.
But anyway, Hearthstone. Corey, you want to talk a little Hearthstone?
I'll talk a little Hearthstone. I honestly, since last week, I don't have much to say. I've had a few good runs in the arena. I kind of wish I picked that game as my game of the year last year.
We
Oh
talked
my
about this.
God.
We talked about this.
And you know what it is? It's just playing it more and more and more and over and over and over again, and just really getting into it, like digging down and just really getting into the strategy of all the spell cards for the heroes and the strategies and the different decks that you can build, and it's just blowing my mind. And like I've always sort of based my game of the year on games that I know I'll keep coming back to. I'll keep thinking about them, or I'll keep wanting to play them, or I'll actually boot them up and play them.
Yeah.
I mean, Guild Wars 2 is one, which I'm probably going to boot up pretty soon because the new expansion's coming out. I'm really interested in it. Dark Souls, the original, is one like we talked about last week that I was like,
Amazing.
oh, man, I should boot that up and play that again.
I wanted you to put that on your 4 in February
I thought you might.
I
Honestly.
should've.
because
I
I want
should've.
you to beat that game.
Yeah, I'll go back and beat it anyway, though. That's the thing.
That one's way harder
know.
than Dark Souls 2.
But I wanted to challenge you to.
Yeah. But it's like I just keep playing Hearthstone every day for like at least an hour every day, and
Yeah.
just messing around with a new deck and going to the arena and doing the quests, and just I really can't get enough of it. And I've had especially this most recent deck I built. It's a rogue deck, and going into the arena, you do like a draft. They show you 3 cards, and you pick one card, and you do that until you have 30 cards. I've had some awesome matches, like the most fun matches I've ever had, like cards I've never seen, and like me and this other person just had no idea what the other person had, and we were just going back and forth with the craziest cards and the craziest combinations, and it's not like pre-made decks that you see everywhere. It's just totally random, crazy stuff. You just went like back and forth, and it was so much fun. And like at the end of it, you're just so. I won them because I have a 4-in-1 deck in the arena right now, so it was obviously a boon for me. But like, it was just one of those things where you're just like, good game to the other person because it was so awesome.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, like all the crazy stuff that happened.
And playing somebody who doesn't do a deck that's on the internet that's popular helps too.
Yeah.
Because once you play those people a lot, you start to see it and you're like, oh, I know exactly where this is going, and that's not that much fun.
It's not fun, and but it also is beneficial to me because like Icy Veins is a website that's World of Warcraft and Hearthstone, all the Blizzard games, and they have like some basic decks that are good. They're really good. If you don't have a lot of extra rare cards, then you can just build a deck based on these Icy Veins suggestions, and they're good decks, and they'll get you up to rank 20 or whatever. But as soon as as somebody who's playing against those decks, as soon as you see them, you know them, and you know exactly what they have.
Yeah.
And you can kind of go from there. So it's kind of beneficial.
Yeah, to you in a way.
In that respect. A lot of my decks, honestly, are based off those decks, but I have a lot of cards because I've been playing the game so long that I can plug and play some extra ones.
Yeah.
And it makes a world of a difference.
It's
great.
Makes it that much better.
Yeah.
The only thing honestly holding me back from playing Hearthstone every day for like an hour or two is not having a tablet.
Yeah.
Because when I sit at my PC, like I'm going to play whatever, not Hearthstone as much.
Porn.
Well, that's what I say about it too. Like I would never sit at the computer and play ever.
Yeah.
What?
I might play on the tablet.
I definitely.
I think you're cutting the game a little short here.
No, I played it. It was okay.
Yeah, you played it for like an hour.
I think you would
and then
like
I
it
had
the
had
more you
enough.
played it, Dan.
I don't know. If I can sit at my tablet and play Civ 5, why would I play Hearthstone?
I think you really enjoy Hearthstone if you gave it its due.
Yeah,
It was okay. It
I
was
really
fine.
think you would.
Tito seems to think that you played against his custom Spellbound mage deck this week, and that he whacked you silly and called you Susan.
Oh, that was I think that was back on Christmas, the week of Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah, Tito, he wanted me to play his new deck, and I obliged, and he spanked me around the court a little
and
bit.
called you
and
Susan?
Called me Susan, and I accepted over.
Off you went.
Yeah.
Sent you packing.
That's pretty accurate. I got a new card for my hunter, Steam Weedle Sniper. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't know any of the names, but it turns my hero power into something that I can use to attack minions, and just totally changes the hunter deck, 100%. Because it's not only the hunter power is normally you can use 2 mana to attack the hero for 2 damage.
Yeah.
But with that minion out, you can use it to attack minions. Changes the world.
Okay, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
So you're not restricted to just attacking the other enemy hero.
Yep. And I got that through a pack that I won through the arena.
I gotta do more arena. I gotta win more cards, man.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about. Just get the gold and go through the arena.
Just spend $400
pass.
on packs.
I haven't spent a penny, and I've had so much fun with that game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing you
I'll
guys.
pass.
I know you will.
Corey, I'm with you.
It's a good game.
100%.
It's just not for me.
Sure.
It's a good game though.
Yeah.
I installed it on my computer this week.
Yeah.
Let's play. I'll let you win a few games.
I don't know.
I don't think.
let you win.
I think Eric would rather get beat senseless than you let him win.
Yeah. Will's absolutely
He's
right.
not the beat senseless kind of guy.
I'd rather you beat me senseless than let me win. Like, I'm not your girlfriend as much as I want to be.
That's funny because the couple times a friend of mine let me beat him, I felt the same way. Like, I'd rather you just
I'd
wipe
rather
the
you
floor with me.
It's like I'd rather see the Bills get blown out than lose like a close game.
Yeah.
It just kick my ass.
True enough. Yeah.
Anyway, to the last thing Corey also played, so he can help out a little bit. It's Heroes of the Storm. Dan, of course, got a beta key 2 days after I bought into the beta.
Yep.
I knew that would happen. I told my friend who also bought in that I said somebody's going to be giving out keys, and I'm gonna get one, or my brothers are gonna get one. And sure enough, it happened.
Yeah.
But I kind of see why it's $40 to buy in with the stuff. A lot of the heroes are pretty expensive in the
$4 a piece, yeah?
the heroes.
I think so.
Oh no, there's ones that are $10 a piece. There's a mount that was $20.
I think Lily was $4.
Yeah, Lily was $4. Lily's a hero I like a lot, by the way. So basically, the differences with this MOBA than other ones is one reason why I care about it a lot more and like a lot more is it's the Blizzard characters. Like playing Dota and League, I don't know who any of the characters are, and the Dota characters are just ripped off from Blizzard's game, basically, like Io, which is the little wisp from Warcraft. But this one, like, I know and recognize.
Zero mana creature.
Yeah, I recognize.
Sorry.
I recognize all the heroes. There's like people from Warcraft, like the characters from Diablo 3 and stuff like that. So like I'm familiar with everything, and I like those characters way more. So I'm more willing to want to play as them.
Yeah.
And that's big for me. Another thing is the maps. There's different maps in this one. In Dota and League, there's one map, and like in League, I know they add like there's like maybe 1 lane or 2 lanes or whatever. They do that, but that's not enough for me. In this one, there's a bunch of different maps. There's like a Sky Temple one, where it's like a deserty, and there's like a bunch of different forest ones, and there's a garden one, and each map has its own like objective on it. So not only are you trying to take out the enemy base at their end of the map, but you are doing sort of like side missions on other maps. Like one, Corey,
Jungling.
there's jungling stuff to it. Like the map we played is Garden Terror, or I think it was called.
We played that one a couple times.
And what happens is when it becomes nighttime, evil plant creatures come out, and you kill them. And when you kill them, you get a seed. And when you get 100 seeds, you unlock a Garden Terror. And what it is it's like this giant, like, evil plant creature. And what it does is it does really a lot of damage to buildings and stuff. So it helps you siege and stuff like that, which is extremely important in playing because, you know, the point of it is to push into the enemy base and take out the buildings and stuff like that. So when you get these huge giant creatures, that helps out. There's another map called Blackheart Bay where you kill like mercenaries and stuff like that and other heroes, and they drop doubloons, and you take it to the ghost pirate, and his ship fires cannons. That's whatever he wants on the enemy team, and it takes it out. So it really helps out with that. And
I didn't play that one. The doubloons map? Yeah.
Yeah, Blackheart Bay. It's actually my favorite map. It's pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
And like different maps have 2 lanes and some have 3 and stuff like that. So there's all that, which kind of adds a lot of variety for it to me. On top
which
of
the other MOBAs don't have.
Yeah, they don't have it all, and that's one thing why I didn't go back to Dota. I got bored. The only time I played it was when the winter update was going on. The map was snowy because it was a little different. And I was like, "This is cool." Then it went away, so now I don't want to play it.
It kind of like that kind of what's the word? That shines a light on what Blizzard is so good at, and that's like balance.
Yeah,
because Dota, you know, might be a great game and everything, but like it's not balanced enough that they can mess around with other maps and stuff like that.
Exactly.
They have to have one map, same thing every time, over and over again.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, the Blizzard folks can balance the shit out of a game, which we've seen over and over again.
Yeah.
And can make it fun to try. And I will get on my knees in pleasure, Blizzard, till the end of time.
You have been for months now.
Yeah, me and Corey kind of have.
Well, they just keep making great games.
Hey,
like,
when Overwatch comes out, I will get on my knees.
Oh,
And I might
Well,
too
Blizzard
at
too.
that point.
They're gonna add Overwatch Heroes when the game comes out too
That's
to
cool.
Heroes.
That's cool.
But
I had a great time with Heroes of the Storm.
It looked fun. Because I watched you guys play
I'd play
most of your matches.
there's a lot of a couple other cool things that like towers, like in Dota, like they're unlimited ammo, but in this one they have a certain amount of ammo, and when it runs out,